Okay, so the way we're gonna do it, someone just says, "Hey, welcome to and then we just go, my name's Jeff, and I do speedrun Shadow the Hedgehog."
It's me, Goku.
All right. Well, welcome everyone, anyone. This is the podcast where we talk about hyper-specific things that affix to our hyperfixations. I'm Ryan.
My name is Zedrigex, or Regan.
My name is Roded. Hello.
I am Smoshy. Hi!
I'm Jester. Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about the internet's favorite blue rodent, who has no bad games and no bad anything whatsoever. Blonic.
The Hedgehog.
Who?
Sonic.
I
The one and
love
only
Sonic.
blue speedster, blue streak, speeding by.
The guy that has sometimes good games and sometimes good shows and all the
And we
time
don't
good
talk about
music.
the rest. So we will talk about the rest.
So I don't think we had a schedule for what order or what kind of list things are going to be talked about. So I guess if someone wants to start to bring up a topic, we can dive on in.
Let's talk about how bad Sonic 3D Blast was.
I've never played Sonic 3D Blast, you know.
Oh,
Well, you
need
see,
help.
Sonic had a rough transition to 3D. In the 2D era, Sonic really prevailed over Mario. But 3D Blast came.
that was basically just like a foreshadowing of what's to come. What's the Sonic Labyrinth is what I'm thinking of, the isometric one where he moves at a solid 2 miles per hour.
Dude, that one and freaking Sonic Spinball suck.
The only thing I know about Sonic Spinball is the options menu music, because it's festered in my mind from how bad it is.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I tend to not care about pinball games in the slightest.
What about Sonic Pinball Party, though?
There's 2 Sonic pinball games.
Yeah, it was on the GBA. It was really bad. It was hard. I remember no, it wasn't bad. It was just difficult. But it had a tiny Chow Garden on it, which was like a Chow Garden, but it was tiny. And you could link it to the...
It was like it had a Chow Garden, but it was like a Chow
You
Garden.
could link it to the GameCube and transfer via that GBA link cable from Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. And you played a matching minigame, a bubble minigame, and another game, which was probably fun, but I think it was American, so probably not. But I remember there was like a Knights Arena and the Samba de Amigo stage. It was basically like the first Sega crossover.
Oh yeah.
Probably not.
I'm looking at the not the thumbnail, but the box art right now. Yeah, there is indeed Samba de Amigo and Knights.
Do you know what the best part was? And I'm probably gonna... this is something that we're gonna hear a lot from me. After you beat Eggman, you find one more character. Can you guess who it is?
Oh no, who is?
Metal Sonic.
Mario?
Metal Sonic. Yeah.
I was about to say the other Eggman from the Blaze timeline.
He wasn't even introduced into the series yet, I don't
Nah,
think.
he first came in, was it Rush 2 or just Rush that he came in?
Rush. He's definitely the first Rush. I've played it recently. I thought it was either Rivals or Rush.
While we're on the topic of the Game Boy Advance games, who here has experience with the Sonic Advance series? Because I know I do.
I played the third one.
The only Sonic Advance I played was the bootleg Flash one on the computer.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
That one went hard.
It had a solid 6 levels, and no one believed me that you could unlock Shadow on it.
I think I owned 2 out of the 3 for Sonic Advanced. The one memory I have is at a restaurant eating mac and cheese and just playing Sonic Advance the entire time on blast.
Oh, that's like a nice core memory.
I had Advance 3 on Game Boy Advance. Shocker.
No way.
The thing that I liked about it was how it was like so close to being this really cool game. It was pretty cool, but it had the appearance of Emerald from Sonic Battle.
Oh, really?
It's like one of part of the final boss.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like the
and-
darker version though?
Yeah,
Was it
I think it was
General.
General.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you had the Chow that, like the Spinball one, you could hook up and put to the Chow Garden. And I remember thinking, because I didn't have a Game Boy Advance link cable, I just remember going, wow, this is like almost the best GBA game, because they just barely touch on these cool like crossovers, but I can't experience either I can't experience it, or it's just like, here's the guy from the game you like, he's dead now again.
Yay!
Speaking of Sonic Battle, did you guys ever play that?
Dude.
I did.
I played an emulated version, got
Yeah.
fairly far, and then lost all my data.
I emulated Sonic Battle so much on my phone.
My cousin, when I was a kid, he lives in Wales, visited us one time, and he left a cartridge. Yeah, my cousin left a 2-for-1 cartridge that had Sonic Advance on it and Sonic Battle, and I did not touch Sonic Advance at all. I think even as a kid, I didn't like the 2D Sonic games because I didn't touch Sonic Advance at all. But Sonic Battle, I liked it a lot because you could collect all the moves from various characters, and I was brought up on collection games, and it's ruined me as a person, really, now that I think about it.
Missed opportunity, because Sonic Advance is like, this is a hot take, but I think it's a perfected version of what the 2D games were.
Really? What, like, would you say it's better than Mania?
No. Mania's still
okay.
better.
Sonic Advance, I think, is better than all of the original 2D games. It does have its own specific brand of flaws. Like, I do know, like, 1 and 2 have a lot of pitfalls. Literal pitfalls. Like, the level design is kind of built for that, which is not as fun, but I think overall, I think they are more fun than the 8-bit or 16-bit, whatever Sonic.
Plus, it carries a bit of the nature from Sonic Adventure, the first one, with the character select, because you could play as everybody, except for Shadow.
Oh yeah. It's actually I think Sonic Advance 2 is the first one that had Cream in it, which blew my mind because I thought she was introduced in Sonic Heroes, and then I saw her in Sonic Adventure DX and was like, well, but that was just a cameo in the remake in quotations, big block quotations, remake Sonic Adventure DX. It's terrible. But I remember Sonic Battle, you can like unlock a fight against Chaos, and that was like the first time I ever knew about Chaos. When I was a kid, because I only owned Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube when I was younger, and I remember going into like game stores and seeing Sonic Adventure DX for the PC, and I didn't know how PC games worked. So I always knew that game existed. I just never played it. I didn't know who Chaos was till I played Sonic Advance. It's the same how I didn't know Sonic 06 existed till I played Sonic Rush. And in that game you collect cards. No, Sonic Rivals, you collect cards. And I saw Mephiles for the first time in his crystal form. And I was like, who is that? What game is it? I want it now. And that...
You want the game now? It's no use.
Well, that's the thing. As a kid, I didn't notice how bad it was. I was just enjoying it.
That's how I was with my friends. We were I came over and I saw they had 06. I was like, dude, you own this game? He's like, yeah, you want to play? And we were playing multiplayer. For the life of me, because I was playing as Silver, and I think we all know how bad Silver was.
Yeah.
So I think we were in like one of the temple stages. I could not get out because I got lost.
Yeah, I remember the snooker ball puzzles always annoyed the hell out of me when I was playing Silver. It's just so slow. The annoying thing is I think Silver would be great as a combat/puzzle-oriented character. If Sega hired me, I'd be able to tell them these ideas, you see, but they rejected me, so...
They're lost.
I think you were going to say something, Jester.
I was gonna say that the way I experienced 06 was just YouTube poops, like back in the day. They like, it was just a lot of frequent like, ooh, Shadow, roundhouse kicks Silver while I play unfitting music and stuff like that. And then I went, who is this white hedgehog? And I did not play the game for years. I just watched the cutscene and I was like, ah, yes, this is the pinnacle. This is the peak fiction. This is good.
If it didn't have time travel, I think I'd love it so much.
I will say, like, I played 06 on launch. I had an Xbox 360 and barely used it for anything other than Halo. So, like, a new Sonic on the quote-unquote best, like, most powerful console hooked me in. And I wasn't the kind of person who, like, saw the Sonic with the real humans and was like, ew. I was just a kid who, like, ate that shit up. And so I played through it all. And I have like 2 very specific parts in the game that I remember just because they were badly designed. The Crisis City speed up section.
Oh, yeah.
And the ball puzzle with Silver with the ball that has like the 10 timer count. But the rest of it, I was like, I unplugged my brain, I enjoyed it, and I think that, like, getting to play that unfiltered from the internet definitely is a part of why I still have a lot of fond memories for 06.
Yeah, I do as well, definitely. I remember playing it on New Year's Eve when I was a kid. Or teenager, I guess. And it was quite boring New Year's Eve, but it was just locked in my mind. I was playing at my cousin's house. I'm going to make a bold statement while we're on the topic of 06. Have you guys played Project 06?
I was gonna get to that. I am waiting for that.
No,
I have
but
played,
from what I've seen, it looks
Right,
really,
this is
really
the thing.
good.
It is a significant improvement on Sonic 06, but it's still at its core Sonic 06. Like there are a lot of improvements, but I don't know, because at the moment you can only play certain levels, which is obviously fine, but it's hard to explain. It still controls like 06. It's fixed all the glitches, but it's just something about it, the sluggishness or the stiffness of it, that just like a fundamental part of it that can't be removed. It's hard to explain, but what I'm trying to say is that I didn't enjoy playing. It's a significant improvement, but that doesn't mean I enjoyed playing it as much as I would like to have. But I think I had too many expectations.
So I played it, and it plays how when I think of playing 06, that's how it plays. Versus like when you actually play 06, it's like, oh my god, this is no bueno. But Project 06 for me, it does a lot of things like under the hood that aren't as upfront, that help bridge that gap between like what you think it should play like and what it is actually playing like.
That's very true.
The one thing that disappoints me most with it, and this could change, I haven't really looked at any updates with the developer, was he said that the main guy behind it said he like originally didn't play 06 and just like knew of its reputation. So he wasn't planning on like building the story mode. Like he was just planning to do the stages, like do all the stages, and that's it. And like I kind of feel like you lose something by just playing like a stage select.
I agree 100%.
Now obviously I know fixing a stage is a lot simpler than like designing a hub world with side quests and then like the story and like all that. I don't expect him to like rewrite the story. I'm perfectly fine with them just posting in like keeping much of that stuff that isn't broken.
Yeah, I agree. Even though the story's flawed, I think it still needs a bit of a thread between the levels, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm very excited because at the moment they've got... Oh, sorry, Red, did you go first? If you were going to say something?
No, I was agreeing with you.
Oh. I'm excited to see what they do with Silver, because obviously Sonic and Shadow, we've played games where you've controlled them before. We know the potential that they have, but Silver has always been locked as like a side character in many other games, Rivals. Is he playable in anything else? Black Knight, multiplayer? I want to see what he does with Silver, because I really
the
just
PSP
think...
games he's playable in.
Yeah, Rivals, but that's just a racing game. They're all the same character, but with different stats, basically. but I feel like he's got so much potential as a main playable character. So I'm hoping Project 06 really brings that to light.
Speaking of like mods or modded versions of games, recently a mod was released for Frontiers. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but it's a better silver mod, and he has floating controls like 06.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh?
So I think after this I'll try that out, but I think what I'm mostly trying to say is I think the Sonic community knows what to do with Silver more than Sega themselves.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think enough time has come that enough ideas can like gestate and form.
I think a lot of people Sonic Team mainly, are scared of having it be Sonic, Shadow, and Silver be like the main three, because it's obviously Tails and Knuckles came before. That's like the part of Team Sonic. But I think 06, funnily enough, showed that the trio of Sonic, Shadow, and Silver, and the respective teams, so Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Rude, Shadow, Omega, Silver, Blaze, and I don't know, Marine. I think that can work. I really wish they'd go back to that, but I know that they're probably scared of it because, I don't know, they really like pandering to classic fans at the moment.
I think they're scared because of the failure that was Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, and 06. So I think they're really hesitant to make those characters playable again. Well, I mean, Episode Shadow was like an opener for that. But I think they're trying to slowly ease back into it.
Oh, definitely.
Don't even get me started on Episode Shadow.
Well,
I mean, we are getting playable characters in Frontiers with the DLC.
That is true.
So we are going back.
Characters. Thing is, Episode Shadow was a bit more difficult than the main game, which I welcomed, but did he have anything unique to him at all other than just the stages? Well,
I think the only reason he was there was to explain why he didn't do much.
I was gonna just say I remember playing Episode Shadow. I just do not remember if there was anything to it other than like was said, different stages. I think it was just for story elements.
Yeah, I remember. I like the creepy aspect of it, like Omega repeating himself and Shadow. Well, I say creepy. It's as creepy as Force has got. I know, right? It's a terrifying game, literally. But no, I just Infinite and Mephiles, such wasted characters. They are so cool. I hate Forces so much. I love Infinite. I think his power of augmented reality, if anyone calls it virtual reality, I'll scream because it's not virtual reality. Augmented reality is so interesting to me because, like, in a story game, if we put Infinite in I'm rambling, but if we put Infinite in like a hardcore Sonic story game, I would like to see like him manifest illusions of like the character's greatest will, greatest want. So like, he could have made Shadow actually evil by making an illusion of Maria. And I know Shadow's memories have been erased, but he knows about it. I don't know, he just could have been so much more interesting.
I think if they were to bring Infinite back, it would have to be some form of revenge story against Eggman. Because
another revenge story.
So I love Infinite. I don't know if I specifically want him to come back in like a serious story, because I think he's perfect when he's like a tongue-in-cheek super edgelord. Like, I think they nailed the tone for him. It's just like they didn't give him an ending.
He just existed.
Yeah, he literally just, was whisked away from the Phantom Ruby and never heard from again.
I love the Phantom Ruby. I really like the idea of it.
He sure was there.
In Mania, because it's in Mania, so I'm just going to speak about Mania now in general. I really hate how I know that a lot of things, ideas, concepts in Mania weren't used because, like, the Sonic team, I forget the head's name of Sonic team or the developer. It's not Izuka.
Takashi
Is it Izuka?
Izuka.
Koshimoto.
Yeah. I know that he denied a lot of ideas, like Polar, Fang, and Bean getting a cameo with the Egg Wizard. I believe, I might be lying about this, but they had to fight for that, basically, just that. And I was like, damn. What I'm saying is, I want a Mania 2 where they just... Because I'm pretty sure they've established, like, the classic Sonic is now, like, a different timeline Sonic from Generations. I just want a Mania 2 where they go ham on their ideas. It doesn't even have to be canon, but I don't know, fans can come up with some crazy things. I just want to give them a bunch of money and say, just make it. Just make whatever you want in the Sonic classic.
Even if,
it breaks my heart.
Even
Go
if
ahead.
the classic timeline isn't a different timeline, it would be really cool to actually see what happened between Mania and Adventure
Definitely.
that isn't Sonic 4.
Oh god,
I
Sonic
think
4.
I would like if we got like a Mania 2, I want it to be like entirely new levels. I think it's a little crazy that we haven't had a Sonic game in a very long time that is like entirely new content.
I mean, there were pretty
And
good levels, I'd say.
I understand like fan service, and obviously when Frontiers had like a whole bunch of Sonic Adventure 2 levels, I was pogging out of my chair. But I think it says a lot to the level designers that they're so used to sticking in these like boxes and then have little breaks where they can like create something fully new.
I mean, I don't know. I think the stages that are in Mania, even though they have appeared in previous games, they got revamped enough for them to become like new stages. And Mania has brand new worlds as well, like Studio Polis and the desert world as well. I forgot its name.
The Mirage Desert.
Was Press Garden also new, or am I just
I
like
feel like
making
Press
that up?
Garden was new, yeah.
I can say that Sonic Mania Act 2 of Chemical Plant is one of my favorite stages in the game. I like when they build upon, you know, classic Chemical Plant, because as a kid I hated Chemical Plant. But I think I just like the colors. I like the stupid jelly.
And the Mean
Yeah,
Bean
what do you call
Machine
it?
boss.
The jelly you bounce on.
Yeah, Press Garden
was
is
great.
new.
Directions it takes you. The Mean Bean Machine boss.
I'm trying to... Yeah, because I admit, I do wish there were unique levels, but... Yeah, when they did remix a lot of the old levels that they brought back. I remember Oil Ocean was like I think it was one of the less favoured levels of Sonic, whoever it's in, but I remember it being very commended when Mania came out, because is that the one with like an escape sequence, or is like one with like a dramatic
Which one?
setting shift? Oil
Oh,
Ocean.
are you talking about the one with the rocket?
That's from. That's from 3, right?
Oh.
That's pretty sure from 3.
Yeah, I'm on about.
Yeah, because at the
in
end,
Mania.
Eggman comes with a ship and starts dropping bombs on you, and you just keep running. That's super cool, by the way. I love that.
I thought you were talking about the Frontiers level for a second.
Oh.
If only.
Do you remember in Mania? There's that boss where like Eggman is like upside down,
Yes.
and people like made it like a character, and I think they
Yes.
called it like Omelette.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people think that's like where Sage was spawned off from.
I like to think that. It's probably not, but I like to think that.
It could have been some form of inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it could have, but we'll never know. Like just to give Eggman like
I say this. I've
doctor.
said this enough off. I'm gonna
For
say
fun.
off air. Wow. But I honestly think they're gonna move Eggman away from the villain role. I can't see someone as humanely attached to their daughter like Eggman become so obsessed with conquering the world. But maybe he'll have like a couple games where he's still trying to do evil things, but I really hope they move him away from not just not non-main villain. I mean straight up not be a villain anymore. I think it'll be a bold move, but I honestly think it would be the right move for his character if they return to serious stories. Yeah.
Also, kind of like what they did to the King DDD and Kirby, where he was like a villain in maybe like one game. And they
Yeah,
kinda
a pal of
moved
Kirby
him
that for
to
some
just be
reason or other
like
he always has to fight.
a pal of Kirby.
I don't know, we kind of the opposite on that. I feel like the ending of Frontiers gives more reason for Eggman to fulfill his objective right next to Sage. And I think Sage will be the reason for him to do that.
But yeah.
Especially with how Frontier ends, I feel like Eggman has like some sort of vendetta now against Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always made me laugh how like Sonic doesn't tell Eggman.
Yeah,
what
he just says,
Sage.
"Well, that's okay. Let's get the fuck out."
Or maybe
That's fucked up.
maybe the next game or his character arc will continue off of that, where he will be better. But maybe eventually he will become like a DDD type of character where he's not really the main villain anymore.
Yeah.
An
I mean, I've always
anti-hero, yeah.
preferred him. I've always preferred him as the tool that the main villain uses. I don't know. He's such a good character on his own that I don't feel like he needs to be in the main villain role to keep the spotlight on him. I feel like, because like, you know me, I'm an adventure series Sonic fan. I like the final bosses being some weird Neo Metal Sonic, Bio Lizard, Chaos, Dark Gaia, rather than just Eggman in a machine. I'm not a fan of robots in general, honestly, now that I think about it.
Okay, we'll remove Metal Sonic.
I just
then.
want to see the
goodbye.
7 a.m. Eggman come to life. I want to see Eggman completely snap.
No, it's true. Whenever like I in a Sonic game comes out, like I don't like Colors that much. I think it's one of the most overrated Sonic games ever. But the fact that Eggman in a robot's the final boss annoys me. Lost World annoys me. Forces, I feel like Infinite was robbed in that case. But but to be fair, Infinite was never going to get a decent boss fight, so it's fine. I don't know. I just don't like the final boss being Eggman in a new machine. I like it being cosmic bitches.
Base.
Why don't they bring back Blaze's area and bring back other Eggman?
No, there's two. Double trouble. Woo!
The other Eggman.
What if they fuse together?
I honestly
Sorry,
hope
Jester.
that. Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I mean, technically, Generations was a Double Trouble Eggman.
You know what? You're so
That's
right.
true.
Eggman mechanized the Time Eater, and I love the Time Eater. You're so right.
That's
So, okay, that's
true.
what they need to do. Just mechanize a cosmic god, and it's the best of both worlds. Sorted.
I
That's
don't
true,
get
that-
how
honestly,
so
that-
many people can hate the Time Eater when it just makes sense.
Yeah, the time
I
meter goes
I
hard,
love the
dude.
Time Eater. I hate the boss fight against the Time Eater, but I love the Time Eater itself. It's a shifting murk of black
I
and
think
purple.
I think the
It's my
Time Eater
thing.
final boss would have been better if it was maybe a mixture between like Solaris and like a classic Sonic villain as well, like the Doomsday stage from Sonic 3. Like combine
Yeah.
both, it would have been cool.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's very vague on how you're meant to evade attacks and survive in the Time Eater boss fight. But the issue is when you know what you're doing, it becomes too boring. I've always found that, and also I just hate playing as classic Sonic. We should have an argument about if classic Sonic's good or not.
I think classic Sonic is
It's good.
classic Sonic's good,
It's not.
but
think
not
you
just have
with
to get
modern
good.
Sonic. I don't think he should hang out with modern Sonic again.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Force is where they
Yeah,
just were like momentum.
the physics are
Fuck
weird,
that.
especially like.
I'm kind of biased because in Sonic Origins, you can play the original trilogy, right? The difference is that you have drop dash from Mania, and it changes the gameplay so much. It's so fun, but it's still bullshit. Like, that's the only complaint I have with the classic games. Like, they just have so much personality, it's hard to not love them. But I can understand from a gameplay perspective how someone can be like, fuck off. Fuck you.
I think it's literally, and I'm gonna say something and then immediately counter myself. I don't like how with a 2D side scroll you never know what's ahead of you. That being said, I'm pretty sure the main reason why I like Sonic Adventure 2 above a lot of other people is because I've played the game so much that I've literally mastered every corner of a stage. And I feel like the point of a Sonic game is to play it, learn it, repeat, and then just beat it with the knowledge of the stage that you've accumulated through playthroughs.
Yeah, like Green Hill is a good example of that, because everyone knows all the shortcuts for Green Hills, everyone knows all the paths, and everyone knows the fastest way to get through Green Hill. And yeah, it's a very reused stage, but it's a very good stage for like 2D Sonic. Like, it really peaked when it was first in the first game.
I just don't understand why they have to shoehorn it back into modern Sonic every time.
I don't mind it being in Frontiers.
Yeah, I don't mind it being in Frontiers either.
I was going to say that.
Because it makes sense. But Forces, this is now Sand Hill.
I was gonna say that.
Like, come on.
Green Hill look like Sand Hills right now.
Do you remember when, before Frontiers came out, there was a leaked footage of a cyberspace stage? And I think I retweeted it. And it was like, oh wow, they're literally just reusing stages from previous Sonic games for the cyberspace stages. And back then I was like, oh, that kind of sucks. But now that I've played Frontiers, and I know that because there's a Frontiers level based on City Escape, Metal Harbor, Planet Wisp. I now wish I could go back in time and be like, Zed, ignore that. There's a reason.
Shut up. Shut up, Zed.
It's for pure lore reasons.
I really like cyberspace stages, but I don't like they all look the same. There's only like 4 worlds.
There's the city aesthetic, chemical planet aesthetic,
the
Green Hill aesthetic,
Sky Sanctuary, and that's it.
Thank you, Sky Sanctuary.
I feel like it would have been so much better if like there's something different. Like, it's just not the same 4 worlds over and over again. Like, I get that they are reference to the other games, and that's cool. But I don't know, it's kind of tiring seeing the same world over and over. It's kind of the surprise you get when you play a Sonic. It's like each stage is different, but then in cyberspace, it's the same one over and over.
Those stages in Frontiers were Sky Sanctuary?
Sky Sanctuary, Chemical Plant Zone, Green Hill.
I'm a little shocked to hearing that, because we haven't heard about Sky Sanctuary, not counting the comics, but we haven't heard about Sky Sanctuary since
I know!
Sonic 3.
And it's fucking awesome!
What the
It's such a good
freak? You just blew
stage.
my mind.
And where's Mega Sonic? Where is he? Bring him back!
Sky Sanctuary is the 3rd level in Generations, isn't
I don't think it's in Generations.
Yeah, it definitely is in Generations.
It is in Generations, yeah, but I don't know
It's
which
the 3rd
one.
level. You unlock Knuckles there. I feel like Frontiers is going to be such like a core retrospective game in the Sonic series, because I won't lie, I love it, but a big reason why I forgive the gripes I have with it is because I see it as such a foundation for what Sonic's going to be in the future. But if it ends up the next game's trash and it's trash for another 10 years, I'm going to go back on Frontiers and not have the same wide-eyed hope and forgiveness that I had when I first played it.
I honestly want them to drop the whole... How do I say this? The whole... empty valleys and empty desert visuals, and go for something more cool looking.
Something like the old
That's the only
Sonic 2
problem.
levels.
Yes, kind of
I
like
feel
that,
like
yeah.
Sonic 2 and a bit of 3 were peak in terms of backgrounds and all sorts.
Dude, yeah, they go so fucking hard.
Like freaking, what was that one stage? It was like the Emerald area in Sonic 2. Let me look it up.
Isn't it at the end where you fight Knuckles?
No, he's not in Sonic 2.
Oh yeah,
Dude, Emerald.
I'm mixing them up. Which one are you referring to?
It was like a
Yeah,
cut level, and then it was reintroduced in the mobile game.
Oh,
Mystic Cave.
oh, I know what you're on about.
Uh,
Mystic Cave.
Mystic Cave.
Shit, it's on the tip of my tongue
Sure.
too.
I'm gonna pretend like I know that. Yeah.
Oh
Hidden
yeah,
Palace,
Mystic Cave. Such a
sorry.
classic. Oh, Hidden Palace.
Hidden Palace, in my opinion, is peak
That's the one.
stage design.
Yeah, this goes
Off. For me, peak Sonic stage design is Final Rush. I love Final Rush so much. I think it's the best Sonic stage ever made. And it really bothered me because I watched that tier list that's like ranking all Sonic Adventure 2 stages, and Final Rush was in like D, and I was like, how? It's a stage where if you know the inner workings of Final Rush, is the most satisfying stage to blitz through ever, even more than City Escape, which I think says a lot considering that's like one of the most known stages.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't reuse. Well, I guess they did reuse City Escape in like most modern games, did they?
It's in Generations, and there's a level of it
In
based off of it.
in Frontiers,
Frontiers.
yeah.
Once Mr. Ryan gets back, I have a big question to ask.
Yeah, Ryan Weezer from the hit band Weezer.
No.
I think Sonic Adventure 2. Sorry, you go first, because
Do you know that the blue?
the book.
I was just gonna say, did you know that the blue,
The Blue
album was
album.
inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog?
Weezer.
I love spreading misinformation on the internet.
Oh, I know literally nothing about Weezer other than that thing
Weezer?
where there's that gun that has 4 fucking chambers or something, 4 points, and it says you can shoot Weezer. That's all I know about Weezer. That someone wants them dead. I feel like there's like a song by them that
You know what?
I
Keep
will
it that
know
way.
if I hear it.
Yeah, on the
Who
undefeatable.
here is
But if Weezer did undefeated.
Buddy Holly, probably. Yeah.
who here
This
has
is
played Sonic R?
I love Sonic
I
R.
love Sonic R.
I know
didn't
the
play it, but
controls
I
are
love
garbage,
it.
but I agree. Sonic R is good. And you were gonna say Jester?
never played Sonic R.
It is perhaps one of
I
the
was gonna
most
say, I've
charming
never
games I've
played
ever
Sonic
played.
R.
I
The music is so fun.
I know,
The
I-
levels are short. The characters look goofy.
Oh my
I love
god,
it.
that reminds me. Remember when Sonic Team Racing was first announced and they used the Sonic
Yeah.
R logo?
I
And
was
everyone
so
flipped their
mad.
minds and they were like, oh my god, Sonic R, we're gonna see them run. Broom, broom, fuck you, buddy. We're getting cars now.
No!
That was so disappointing, man. I really want a Sonic where you actually see them run. Like, it's just zoom, fucking
like the old
Mario,
games.
Sonic and Mario, like big game shit.
The closest we've got to a modern version of that is Sonic Rivals 2, because they're all on foot and there's 8 characters. It's always one-on-one races, but there is a multiplayer function in it.
I just don't get why
You can play as.
they don't want to bring back the concept that was Sonic R, perfect it,
I don't
because they
know.
can. I know they can, but they choose not to.
Sonic
They
Team,
did,
you're
it's
listening to
called
this
Sonic
right now. You must do it. Sonic R2, I need it.
I need it. Who cares what everyone else
I don't
says?
know.
I need this.
But Sonic Team Racing, like the Sonic Transform series, well, they're pretty good games. I play them and they're pretty fun.
If Team Sonic Racing was just a normal racing game, I reckon it would have been much widely received. But the fact they did that team mechanic, I think, let it down so hard.
I personally, my favorite one is the first Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing, the first one. That one it's very good. I really like that one.
That game really annoys me because I have it on PC and you can't play as Metal Sonic on it on PC. It's really sad.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. Do you know what I hate?
yeah.
I hate that in Racing Transformed, because every character has like a special item move, right?
Yeah.
In the first one, in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Sonic turned into Super Sonic when he got it, Shadow Super Shadow, Billy Hatcher got that giant egg, Big got like Froggy, and then when they brought it back in Racing Transformed, all it did was just change the look of the car a bit.
Wait, which game was
Yeah,
this that did that?
really irritated me.
I don't like it.
Pardon? What was the question?
What game
sorry?
was that with the Billy Hatcher?
The first Sonic and
Oh.
Sega Racing. And then they brought it back, and it was nothing. It was just your car changes into like a...
Transform just feels weird to play, man. Like, going back, if you play the first one and then transform, you feel like... You feel sluggish. You feel like the controls aren't right. It just feels weird.
Was it only the
Probably, if
Wii
I had to
U
imagine.
version that had like motion controls for transformed? Because I just remember like there was a period in time where all I did was play All Stars
Oh,
Racing
yeah.
Transformed and dreading the airplane mode because they had an airplane mode.
I remember playing the
And I
demo
was like,
in the
why did they
3DS
implement
so
motion
much.
controls for this?
Because that
Sucks.
Oh god.
I used to play the first one on my
They also had
Xbox
like a
all the
mobile
time.
port.
Obviously, all
It's
the
very
time.
important to know.
I think I just beat it, and then I was like, okay, that was cool.
There's also a fan-made one called Sonic Robocard. That one's pretty good.
That one I heard.
yeah.
I've
That one.
seen gameplay. Looks so good.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty good. I played it with my friends like a couple of years back, and it's super fun. It's so
Also, you
fun.
can put whatever character you want in it.
Yes, there's like a forum where people make mods and character mods, and you can just make your own character as well. It's fucking great.
modding
It's so
scene's
It's one
good.
of the
Cool.
most underground Sonic fan game modding scenes. Like, for real.
I remember
Oh yeah.
watching funny compilation videos by a YouTuber called Coral.
Oh,
Dev.
is it the one that they use like the Amy Rose card?
Yeah.
yeah, that's so great. And of course, Sonic Robocard comes from Sonic Robo Blast, another great game that you can
need
just
to play
mod the
that.
hell out of it.
And what, they're all made in Doom, right?
Yeah, they all made in Doom.
Really?
In fucking Doom Engine, yeah.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, Doom Engine is crazy, dude.
I didn't know
Oh.
that.
You know, like genuinely.
And if they don't use the concept
Sonic and
more
racing
often.
are like a no-brainer. It's too bad that they don't
Oh, Riders, man.
It does.
like. I want a new Sonic Riders. I
don't
miss
want to talk about
just the
Sonic
Hawk.
Free Riders because I'll cry.
never-
But, yeah, I would love a new
I've
Sonic
never heard
Riders
anything
game.
about Free Riders. Tell me one thing.
It's 'cause it uses Connect.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
all you need. It.
That's-
I talk
It's
about
like-
this a lot because I'm me, but it brought back Metal Sonic as the main villain,
Yay!
and the first time he was the main villain, he absorbed the data of Sonic, the ultimate life form, Chaos, transformed into this terrifying eldritch robot dragon, and then Metal Sonic's like, you know what? I'm gonna defeat Sonic again. New plan. I'm gonna race him on a skateboard. It's such a sin to
He's
me.
not gonna see him coming this time.
You know what? Screw it. I want to fight on fair rounds.
It bothers me so
You know,
much.
at that point, freaking Metal Sonic should have
I
just
would-
taken him to freaking Sonic R.
I really hope for the future they make the Sonic universe more present, like the IDW comics. I really
Yeah,
hope so.
definitely, 100%.
It's such a rough diamond that it's just waiting to appear.
I
Like,
wanna. Sorry, carry on.
no, yeah, that's about it. Like, that's what I
Oh.
really want.
I want a Sonic game like Frontiers where there's mini games like Generations. So like you've got like this big world to explore. You'll go to like Babylon Island is just chilling over there. I'll go visit Chet the Hawk. Oh, he's got a quick mini game where I race him on a skateboard. It's got its own kind of mechanics, and I get like Chaos Emerald for defeating him. Like Frontiers Chaos Emeralds per island or something. Or like, oh, I'm over here now, and Blaze wants to talk to me. Oh, and now I can play as Blaze for a bit, and she's kind of a bit different. She's got fire effects, bit more action orientated. I think that would be really good. Sonic's got I don't care what anyone says. Sonic's got a phenomenal cast of characters. They need to be used more.
I agree.
Yeah,
I think
I mean-
it was around generations and pre-generations, the majority of the fan base was saying Sonic has too many friends. I was like, what do you mean he has too many friends?
We should kill those people right now.
I've never understood,
understood
that
it either.
purely because the characters stay to their respective franchises. So it's like, oh, what? Sonic's friends with birds now? Yeah, but they're only in Riders. Oh, Sonic's now friends with Blaze and Marine? Yeah, but they're only in Rush. Like, sorry, you go.
And also, I feel like, just not even like game-wise,
just
but
look at him.
just Sonic as a character, it makes sense that he has a lot of friends. Like, he's just, you know,
Like, if
he's an
anything,
all-around
people should
swell
be saying
guy.
that
a bit
about the
cocky,
Mario
a little-
universe too.
A little
But
bit
you don't hear
of
anybody
a
saying that.
character.
I think the Mario universe is
It
terrible.
is.
I think that the Mario universe is
Luigi has
self-destructive.
too many friends.
They don't unlike the Sonic series and like any other game franchise, they don't build off of what they've already made.
Yeah, legit. And when they do that in like Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi, they shut it down, and we get Paper Jam and Sticker Star. Even Origami King, I totally admit I haven't played Origami King. Let me preface this. I haven't, but I respect that it's not Bowser that's the main villain. They introduce new characters, but it's like the close. I admit, I mean, it's obvious. Mario's a goofy series. It's not meant to be taken seriously. That doesn't mean it can't have callbacks to previous things. Like, if there was an Odyssey 2, my dream for it would be like, there's a Sunshine, because like all the kingdoms are prefix kingdom, like, you know, Luncheon Kingdom, all that crap. I would want a Bean Kingdom, Sunshine Kingdom, Dream Kingdom for Subcon from Super Mario Bros. 2, Galaxy Kingdom, which would be the starship that Rosalina resides in, and I guess it can't be a Pillow Kingdom from Dream Team. I see that sticker. Leave me alone. Let me ramble, okay? It helps my brain. For context, is a picture of Shadow Polygon saying, "What the fuck are you talking about? Leave me alone." Back to Sonic
But I
anyway.
think you're right.
Yeah, but go ahead.
I don't think.
No, it doesn't.
I just don't think.
Absolutely.
I don't think Mario needs like that big of continuity. I think
Yeah.
he's just a silly little plumber guy. But it would be real nice to see callbacks every once in a while. And you know what? Considering the amount of like
Oh, they do though.
a lot
I
of
think it does.
classic pandering Sonic.
Wait, have you
doesn't
seen
surprise
like the
Mario.
new
think it
Super
does,
Mario
absolutely.
Bros.
Like anything similar.
Wii U and Switch? They're
Or maybe
all the
it's-
same.
They always bring back the
Yup.
Koopalings. Well, my nose vibrated when I said that. Anyway.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I meant more in like, you know what's so true? Maybe it's because
You are
in my
part of the
head,
problem.
like because all those games are so the same, they just
Exactly, it's just one giant same game.
it
Like,
is
the whole
just
month of
one
Luigi was
giant fucking
stupid.
game in
If
my
anybody
head.
remembers that, or the whole year of
Year
Luigi,
of Luigi.
the only thing they released during the year of Luigi was like a couple posters, maybe a plush or a
I
shirt.
remember Month of Luigi.
and a
And
release.
one game that was just New Super Mario Bros. U.
Well, Dream Team was meant to coincide with Year of Luigi. It's why he's the kind of main character of it.
Yeah.
I don't remember
So,
anything else
also the guy
during
who
that
played
year
Luigi
other than
died.
New Super Mario Bros. U Luigi Edition.
Sorry.
Which I guess is
It looks good. But
Me too. I think it's good.
It looks
I guess that's
good.
why I'm like pretty excited for
watched
the
it, it's
Mario
good.
movie. I want to see what they do
But
with it.
Oh yeah.
I
want
I'm
a
kinda
soy
scared. I
face
had the
at
same
every
feeling I had when
reference.
the Sonic movie first came out, and it's that I wonder. I mean, this is probably gonna happen, but if the movie's gonna influence the franchise, which in Sonic it didn't happen. It's actually pretty different now with this movie universe and this in-game universe. But with Mario, I don't know. They might change stuff, and I hope they don't. And I mean this as in, I don't know, like, I don't want Illumination grabbing or doing stuff that then ends up in a game. I don't trust them.
It might just be retelling of how Mario got from Mario Bros to Super Mario Bros. Who knows?
Possibly.
I don't know, it's so stupid.
I mean, I feel like the Mario games are so loosely connected that it won't have an
Yeah.
influence on them because no games really do have influences on Mario. The only thing I can think of really is New Donk City,
Yeah. What I'm saying is that
so I don't think there's that to worry
I'm
about.
glad Sonic's arms are still skin and not blood. I'm glad. That's what.
On the opposite side of Mario games not needing to be serious, I hate the argument that Sonic games can't be serious. I despise that people are like, it's a silly blue hedgehog, why is it trying to tell this deep story? I actually despise that mentality.
Hey guys, if you could.
Because you think of like Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks, they're films for kids that have meaning for adults. I'm not saying I play Sonic. I don't know, maybe I have played Sonic Adventure 2 and gone, shit, you know what? Yeah.
Shit, they got a point.
Well, no, I guess Sonic Adventure 2 does have the message of like, don't let the past control you. Or Shadow the Hedgehog's got that, I guess, really.
Latches, you could edit what I'm saying out, but Ryan said he had to dip and we could send his audios to him.
Okay, no worries. That's fine. Wait, oh, that means we don't have someone recording everybody now at once. It should be fine.
It's
I mean, we're
okay.
recording our audio, it should be fine. We just overlap them and that's it.
Okay. But, yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog. Why? The thing is like, it baffles me because these are grown men. Just roasted us right now. These are like grown adults, yet they perfectly managed to capture what it would be like if 15-year-old edgelords made a fan-made Shadow the Hedgehog game. It is incredible, right down to the gunshots select effect on the menu screen.
He's talking about
I
Shadow the
don't get how
Hedgehog
they
like it's
managed
the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
the exquisite method that they use to capture the turmoil of a 15-year-old
The way
man
Maria's
child.
body just falls to the floor.
It's just it baffles me how they managed to just capture the edginess of some random teen listening to 3 Days Grace.
When Ronan gets back, I want to ask the big question, and
That's such a
I think
deep
that's where I
cut.
want to introduce the 1 minute segment. You have 1 minute to tell me why, and yeah,
Oh, I'd be so good at that.
that's where you can come in with your ring noise.
That's so mean.
I know, right? That's my sad feeling when I first
think
played it.
the
Like
funniest
ages, I was
thing-
like, "What is happening?"
I think the
What's
funniest
going
thing
on?
about Shadow the Hedgehog for me
Why's-
personally is the fact that I like
Why is there a
played
star
that with my
following now?
neighbors for like
Why is there
a month straight, and now I don't know what happened to my copy.
My experience.
I'm not
with
saying I
Shadow
think
the
my
Hedgehog
neighbors
is
kept
like,
it. I'm just saying, where did my copy go?
I remember when I
This
first
time.
got. I have
Oh.
4 copies of this game, by the way. They all work. They all work. I remember playing it the first time. I was just like, because as a kid, you don't really know what's happening in a game, but with Sonic, you
hard
kind of
because I don't
understand.
remember.
When I was playing Shadow the Hedgehog, I was like, what the hell is happening in this game? I didn't understand.
No, like
What
actually.
was it? Oh,
Like,
we're
this
gonna be
game
here all day
sucks.
now.
I think that might be why I have 4 copies, because I'm just like, I'm gonna get a new copy. Maybe this will be better. Hey, this one still sucks. I'm gonna get a new one. Oh, still the same game. Now that you're back, I would like to ask the question. What is the first Sonic game you guys played? And is it your favorite or not?
I heard that.
Is this to everybody? Sonic Adventure 2, and yes.
You have 1 minute to tell me why.
What do you really want me to?
Oh. Set
Okay,
up your
no,
timer for 1 minute.
I haven't even set up a timer.
I'm looking at the clock on my phone. I'll start speaking, and I'll genuinely stop when it gets to a minute.
Make
Okay.
a ring noise with your mouth, like bling.
Okay, bling.
I got the ring notes. Can you guys hear it?
Okay.
Oh wait, my keybinds aren't on. Remind me to turn off my keybinds after this segment. Otherwise, you guys are gonna hear
I can hear
vine
it.
booms and fart with
Perfect.
reverb like
Okay,
the entire time. Is it audible?
Okay.
I hope
so
it's
I've got a
audible
minute
to,
to explain
to
why
the
it's my
bot.
favourite.
I mean, to my Audacity. Give
Okay.
me 1 second.
I'll start. I'll go do 3, 2, 1. I've got a clock here.
Okay.
3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Go. So the reason why it's my favorite is because I love the characters. I like the story. I really like Shadow's development from this edgy, obviously turmoiled being into this hopeful, wishing creature who sacrificed himself for the planet. I think all the gameplay mechanics work nicely. The only stage I generally dislike is Mad Space, and that's because of the gravity mechanics rather than the size of the stage. The Shao Garden is obviously burned into my memory. I love collecting things. I love changing things. I love
Sonic was
collecting
my first
things.
game.
You know, I think the levels are well designed.
I think it's Sonic Heroes.
love the
and I really like
characters,
Sonic Heroes.
their
At least I liked it
interactions,
back
the
then.
moon
I don't
blows
know what
up,
I'll
that's
think about
fun.
it if I play it now.
Had 2 players so I could play with a friend.
I think I have more
City
fun memories
Escape,
about Sonic
Final
Heroes.
Rush,
I really
Radical
like-
Highway, Metal
I remember
Harbor.
watching the
So many
intro for
iconic
it and just
moments in the
being
series stem
blasted
from that
away. It
game.
was so good.
Soundtrack, don't even get me
And-
started. Final boss
I don't know, I
being in
just
space
really
is
like
amazing.
how
I know that happens in previous games,
you
but it
see
was
all the
3D, it was
freaking
awesome.
characters,
BioLizard, Live and Learn,
and
credit sequence is deep,
It's
and
awesome.
bam. That was a minute.
Yeah.
Time.
That was a minute right
You
there.
see the
Alright.
characters. That's a fact.
Roaded. Roadhead. You
They
next.
walk.
My alarm. Did it?
I mean, come on. Knuckles fucking doing boxing with Sonic in one hand and Tails on the other hand. That goes hard. That was awesome. No, I'm gonna keep talking. Try and stop me. Try and stop me.
True. Based.
They showed what they're made of.
They walk, they talk. Oh, it's- Where was that a minute?
I did not mean that in an insulting way, by the way. I was actually looking at the minute on my recording, and I was counting through that. Stop talking now. Your time's over. Jester.
Alright, who's going next?
I'll go last.
Okay. Say when the
Okay,
minute starts.
Okay, so oh shit, cool waste of a minute. I will say, okay, I'll start with
The game, and is it your favorite?
Is it
And why you
the
like it,
game
yeah.
and why we like it in 1 minute,
And
or
it has to be your first.
why we like it? Okay. Okay. All right. So minute starts. So like my introduction to Sonic was all through like fucking the TV shows, like my friends, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. So my first real Sonic game was Sonic and the Secret Rings. It is not my favorite, especially not now, but at the time I thought it was really cool.
Yes.
I played a lot of it with my dad, so I have that kind of like happy memories and nostalgia, and I really like the art style of the storybook series. I like the characterization of Sonic. I like the side characters they introduce, like I think Char is pretty neat. But other than that, looking back at it, the game isn't good, but it's like I will like this game simply because of the memories associated with it. Sonic Rings sound.
Okay,
wow.
smash these, say when your minute starts, and then go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
get my timer. For 1 minute.
I'm busted.
All right. My first Sonic game, I got it through a Mega Collection. It was Sonic 3. I would have started with 1 and 2, but no. Is Sonic 3 my favorite? It's up there in top 3.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Why do I like it? You get to play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And the music is just phenomenal for a TV game. The characters, even though they don't talk, their expressions are nice. I like the bosses, like the Doomsday, Mecha Sonic. And my all-time favorite form is in there, Hyper. Nothing can beat Hyper. The concept of a level beyond Super has always fascinated me. My favorite zone is Ice Cap. That's it.
Speaking of,
And Mushroom Zone
Super
sucks.
Sonic.
It's
Yay.
based.
It's the shit. Yeah, I think it should have been in Frontiers. I cannot believe Super Sonic is that strong. And I guess in previous games, he is that strong, but
From what we saw, Super Sonic, I think that was the limit of Super Sonic. Because you could see Super Sonic was struggling. Imagine needing help from a little girl to beat a moon. Yeah, he didn't do anything. Oh, we forgot to tell you.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn off my soundboard.
I think the only way they would bring back Hypersonic is through another 2D Sonic game. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Major fail, bro. Major fail.
I mean,
I guess,
technically,
go back to the little boy's room.
the ship did all the work. Kyo said, "I'm gonna kill Steel. I'm gonna kill Steel. I don't care. It's mine now." And I don't know, Hypersonic, all the lore that is behind Sonic 3 and the Master Emeralds, it's so fun and good. I really like it. It's just a shame because in Mania, one of the concepts and one of the files inside the game had the Master Emeralds. You were able to access them, and you will find out that the Master Emeralds are
He's in the
cracked
files
and
for me,
gray.
isn't he?
And it's such a good way to start like a story of like, oh, what happened?
You know, would that mean he would be
I don't know,
stronger than
I
his
really hope they
form,
bring back
his super form?
Hypersonic. I think he deserves.
Yeah, yeah. Super transformations.
Yeah.
I've always liked different
Yeah, I
ones
just said
from
that.
Super Sonic. Like, my favorite is Excalibur Sonic. I think Excalibur Sonic is amazing. I think the transformation
out.
cutscene is amazing. I think the Dark Queen boss fight is awesome. It's one of my favorite songs ever. In the fight, I love Sonic and the Black Knight's
the title
message
screen.
and themes. Yeah, Dark Spine
The title
Sonic's
screen,
cool.
right?
And that's only. A lot of people don't know this.
Sorry, I thought you
'cause
meant
they
like
don't pay
actual
attention.
references.
Like I do. No, but Dark Spine Sonic
Hey.
and Secret Rings is only from 3 of the world rings rather than all 7 of them. So
It goes hard.
we never will, but I've always wanted to see what would happen if Sonic did get all 7 of them.
I mean, to be fair,
potentially,
did
'cause the
anybody
world
actually
ring-
know
the
that he went through
Chaos
that
Emeralds
adventure
initiate a
except him?
super state, but
He was just
controlling
kinda,
part of
like,
the world
this
rings allowed Eraser Jin to become Alpha Layla, Wa Layla, is that the name?
Yeah, and it
And then control the entire world,
I
basically.
think abuse is wrong.
Is Black Knight referenced in front of it?
But Dark Spine Sonic is the closest we're ever gonna see Dark Sonic in a game. Like just the personality with the form, because from what the way he acts in the form, it's like in Dragon Ball,
Yeah, 'cause,
when
like,
Goku
it was
goes Super
like,
Saiyan for the first
You
time.
beat Neo,
For all you
more
know,
aggressive
Secret
than
Rings
Dark
is
Guy,
one of the
I'm
few
wondering
games
if
that
that's
is
been,
not
like,
Same with like
referenced in
Super
40
Saiyan
years.
4.
Bitch,
He's
he
like
turns
more
into
laid back. He acts different in the form.
I don't think it is. What?
Should go Super Saiyan 4 again. Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, you're right, because AB.
No, I mean like name
Because
drops.
AB's all like, damn, you missed our date.
because I like looking
And then
up
beats the
things
shit
on
out of him, which I think is
Wikipedia,
quite wrong,
free
to be honest.
encyclopedia. This
Whatever.
is actually not Wikipedia. This is just the Sonic Wiki. Apparently,
Hot
he
take.
he absorbed the rings of rage, sadness, and hatred. So it's probably why
Yeah,
you know,
isn't that
he
yeah?
was
That's
more
true.
aggressive in this form.
He just gets
Oh,
transported to
that's
the
all
medieval
now.
world. Luma.
I mean, to be fair, I wanted to talk about Sonic
Based,
and Black Knight
based.
first, so it's a good trade-off.
This one isn't canon at all, and it's completely fan made. Fire Sonic.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm
It's a lot like Nappa, dude. When Nappa freaking
So
eradicates
what you're
that
saying is
city.
yeah,
Sonic
I'm
should
not
go
even
Super
kidding.
Saiyan 4
I
in
googled it and I was
Frontiers
just
2.
about to say that myself.
Oh,
I see.
You beat me to it, now.
yeah. Also,
Oh damn. Are there any other
oh, are you talking
like
about Chaos
unique
Shadow?
super
When he's
forms? So Hyper, Dark Spine, Excalibur. Well, there's Dark Sonic.
The intrusive thoughts won.
Oh my god, what from Super Mario Bros. Z? Oh, that was the coolest thing ever when I was a kid. The one thing that's always been burned into my mind is when he does that thing where he like spin dashes around a bunch of Koopas and then he like
Word.
stops and then sticks his hand out and there's just
There
a
is
fire
sort-
erupts. That's just oh, the guy who made that is amazing. If I knew anything about Dragon Ball,
That
I'd agree
one.
with you, so I'm
That
gonna say
one.
yeah, dude, it
Mwah.
was just like that.
I'm busted!
Red Shadow? Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Oh. Yeah. I was actually gonna say earlier about Project 06. Do you know what you unlock if you
Yeah,
100%
no, I get
everything
it.
is Shadow in Project 06?
Just like Dragon Ball. Wow!
You unlock
I mean, there
a
is
form of the Shadow
Red
called
Shadow.
Uninhibited Shadow,
I don't know if
it's
that's the
called.
name.
And
When
he takes off his rings.
Yeah, Scale
Yeah,
Shot when he's all
it's
red.
so-
yeah,
I have-
that's
I haven't
going to be a
done it
transformation,
myself,
I believe.
but
I mean, he
remember
goes
looking at
hard.
that in a video I watched on Project 06. I'm being like, okay, that is sick.
That shows that
No, I
Shadow
haven't-
can
I haven't played
survive with no inhibitor
That's like
rings.
one of the coolest parts in Sonic 06.
Oh, is it the one where
Shadow's
he
story in
fucking-
06.
Speaking
If
of
I-
Dragon
Yo.
Ball, we gotta talk about
Let's-
the
It annoys
most
me in Sonic 06 how boring Sonic
well,
Story
Dragon
is.
Ball
Shadow
inspired piece of
Silver's-
fan media that is
Like Sonic
Nazo
Story is
Unleashed.
just, oh, I rescued Elise.
You
She's
could-
been captured.
you
I
got
rescued
my
her again.
attention.
Shadow's just the
I
coolest
am
Shadow's
character.
fighting Mephiles and stuff.
Yeah, that
Sonic
was
fan
so
freaking media.
good.
You
That's
can't
so
tell me
good.
Shadow's
Where
not the
Mephiles,
coolest.
they try to absorb Mephiles back into the scepter, and Mephiles is like, I completely don't know the quote because it's mental. It's like, the eye of now has
Metallic?
absorbed the power of the shadow in your past. And I'm like, cool, sure, whatever. And then he summons the clones of Mephiles
He's
around
pretty
him.
cool because
and
they
Shadow's
use
like, "If the
voice
world
lines
chooses
of one
to
of the
become
Dragon
my
Ball
enemy,
villains. You
I
wouldn't
will
understand
fight
what
like
I'm
I
saying at
always
all.
have." And then
But
disengages the rings and just kills them all. It's so cool.
they use voice lines of the villain Cooler for him. Yeah. I think they're taken from Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Yeah.
It's Cooler.
Oh, yeah. I like Nazo Unleashed.
No, yeah. What we're saying is that Sonic is literally Dragon Ball.
I think Neo Metal Sonic is... No, not Neo Metal Sonic. What's he called? Hyper Mecha Sonic?
No!
Yeah, Metallics, basically. That's my favourite fan character, just because it's Metal Sonic, but better.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, really? Hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
No, yeah, I get you.
I'm fuming. I'm actually seething right now.
Oh, yeah, Mega Sonic, yeah.
When Silver came in clutch at the end.
Yes, there are. Or Raging Grass, I don't know
yeah.
which one.
Busted.
Well, they're taken from... It's cooler, basically.
Yeah.
Um, so I wasn't a
think
big
Metal
fan
Sonic
of
was
Metallics.
top
I
30
like
in the
them,
IDW
right?
comics.
He's fucking...
It-
He goes
it
hard with
annoyed
his
me
design.
How he
But
seemed way
what
much more
made
of a threat
me
when he was
love him
Super
was
Metal
when I was
Sonic,
reading the
and then he
IDW
became
comics,
Master
and he
Overhaul,
has
and he was
this
beaten in,
fight
like,
with
2 pages,
Sonic on
and I
the
was like-
ship,
and I was like,
and
oh,
it's
okay.
fucking amazing. And the way it ends
Actually,
with the reference to the
should we
song, god damn!
Should we talk about Metal Virus Saga? it is so good. I cried at some point. I'm not afraid to say it. I only got really upset when Vanilla was transforming.
It's true, that's kind of true, yeah.
That made me really sad for some
Oh,
reason.
bye bye.
Oh yeah. Oh god, Untangle. Oh my
Okay,
god,
Metal
Untangle, Turtle,
Virus.
Whisper.
Oh my.
Oh my god. It's so good. I gotta admit, I'm like, I hate Zavok. Every time they bring him back, I'm like,
That
why?
was awesome. That
Why
was good.
Zavok? Stop trying to make Zavok work. But in the comics, I gotta admit, he's a bit cooler. I like him in the comics.
No, yeah, it's good, it's good. The only problem I have is these fucking Lost World characters in the arc. I don't like them.
Yeah. I gotta admit, I'm not too big a fan of a lot of the original IDW characters. I don't like Clutch that much. Bars.
They are a bit cooler. They have some
Starline
characterization
needs to
in the
go
comics.
away.
But even then, I'm like, I want to see the OG
honestly,
characters
I gotta admit,
go
I
through
do like
these
Surgeon Kit,
and
but
not
they
these
don't do it
guys
from- I mean,
in
they're
the
obviously not-
fucking
I mean, they might be doing
arc.
those of this arc. but I don't know. Yeah. I love Whisper, so I'm gonna say. I adore Whisper so much.
Yeah.
I think Whisper needs to die. No, I'm just kidding.
If she does, I think I'd actually cry.
I think that'd be freaking base if they like build her up to
I
sacrifice
still think
herself.
they are building
That'd
up.
be
I still think
based.
they're building up. I haven't read the latest issues, but we'll see when we get to the end arc and whatnot.
I hope they do.
Whisper is
I'm a
good,
big
yeah.
believer of death making characters better. I know a lot of people. Well, it's a term. Here we go, university stuff.
Whisper should
It's a term
jump off.
called "kill your darlings," which I think Stephen King originated. But it's
That
like
would be,
it's
I mean,
tough, but
they've been introducing a lot of like original characters to
Let me-
IDW. I'm
just
hoping
talk.
that
I'm gonna look
they
up
have
some
the
dogs
balls to
real quick.
kill
Just carry on.
one of them at least.
I think there's also a bit of the Big Getty Star in the mix too. Because from Cooler's the Return of Cooler.
So, Smoshi, here's
Yeah.
my analogy, right, for Metal Virus. It's like the Frieza saga, but
I
the
agree.
Ginyu Force is the
they're a
Roswell
lot like
characters,
the Ginyu, like
but it's bad.
dollar store Ginyu Force.
The what now?
They're just really annoying.
Oh yeah. That's what those war characters feel to
Zavok
me. Like,
is because
the Ginyu
everybody knows
Force
Zavok
done
is just
not as good
discount Bowser.
because the
Yeah.
Ginyu Force.
Legit. I looked up. Yeah, so killing your darlings.
Because the Ginyu Force, when they
Real exact thing.
appeared,
Common
they
piece of
stole the
advice
show.
given by various
Like, they just
writers.
stole it. In
You kill your
here,
darlings when you decide
I
to
don't
get
know
rid of
about the
an
Lost War
unnecessary
characters. I
storyline
just
character
nah.
or character in a piece of creative
Yeah, they're
writing.
annoying. That's the thing. They don't feel like characters. They
You
just feel like
sacrifice something for
made
the
to
sake
be
of the
annoying.
overall story. So like, but it doesn't mean just remove a character that's bad. It means
Pretty much.
when a character serves its purpose or to amplify the stakes of the story, get rid of a character. I think they should do with IDW.
I just hope they like we're all saying here. I hope they introduce them into the games
definitely.
eventually.
Yeah. Do you know what characters? Do you know what characters?
IDW is canon to the whole series.
No, yeah, I agree definitely.
Do you know what character's name drop blew my mind? Fucking Stakes.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are referenced.
I was
Tango
like,
is
since when did
referencing
Stakes
Frontiers.
exist in this
That's. I'm
primary
just
universe?
hoping
What the
like
hell?
the entire universe becomes
I'm
more
gonna go hang
present
out
in the
with
sequels.
Sticks.
Like,
Sonic's just
make
like,
these characters
who?
known.
Who the hell
Make them
is that?
appear.
She's from another universe, you know.
Yeah.
Apparently, Knuckles can pause the game and jump really high.
Which one?
Like,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
just,
Sticks.
like
Feels like a,
Sonic.
it
We
sounds like
gotta
the
save
setup
the
to a Family Guy
universe.
cutaway gag.
What the fuck are you on about?
This is gonna be a classic Z ramble TM. It always bothered
Don't
my
worry about it.
annoying brain that the main characters of Sonic Rivals were Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog, Silver the Hedgehog, Knuckles the Echidna.
Not the Family Guy segue.
But Knuckles deserves it. He totally deserves it. But you know, it just wriggles in that part of my brain that's like, oh, they're not all hedgehogs.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. I like IW Comics is great. I love all the characters in them. And well, except for like, the only thing I don't like Ruffles.
Yeah,
at
they
all.
look pretty
They're
similar.
goofy villains, but every time they show
That's
up,
the
I'm
thing with
like, you could
IDW.
spend
Their
this
designs
doing something a
really
lot better than
make them
Ruffles
distinct
and
from the original cast, and you can tell like, oh yeah, they're different animals. It's clear.
Other than the bad guy side comic, I don't think so, but I think they're gonna end up working with Clutch. I hope Clutch doesn't become a main villain. The opossum who runs the Chow Racers. Green guy.
Wait, have
In fact,
they
you know
ever
what? Have
appeared
you
again
read
after Metal
the
Virus?
Bad Guy side comics. I like Zavik in that.
Yeah, like that's
I like
about
Zavik a
it, I
lot in that.
think. Who?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't think so. He's one of a side villain. Like,
Definitely.
he pretty much got knocked out by one kick.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Tangle that much.
Can you
just
I did, yeah.
tell me about
appearance of
Surge?
Yeah, Savok is pretty good in there. Like, he actually
Sorry,
has
what was
intentions. And
Could you tell me
here's
about
the thing.
Surge? I know that it's
It
basically
feels
just
like Suicide
Scourge
Squad,
rehash, but
that comic.
Oh,
You seen the movie?
Surge
It really
and
feels
Kit,
like that.
I think,
It's
are
so
incredibly
good.
fucked
I really
up.
like it.
I actually I don't think it's. Well, I mean, yeah, I do think it's dark. So they're basically a random fox and type of hedgehog that Dr. Starline found.
She's not the best character, but she's so
They
funny
don't know
though.
how, but basically Dr. Starline brainwashed them a lot into becoming completely different people who have no idea who they are. And there's this part that like really like got into my head. That was like, Surge was like really mad because like they either meant so little to everyone that no one came to rescue them when Starline took them and no one knows who they are, or they were evil anyway, in which case they hate who they used to be, so they might as well be bad anyway. And I was like, damn, shit. Flynn, calm down. Right, I like their backstories a lot more than their actual characters. Fennec, yeah.
From what you're telling me, Ian Flynn basically took the backstory of Scourge, where his dad never cared about him. Or, well, Scourge thinks his dad never cared about him, when in reality his dad was just too busy.
Sheesh.
I can't let go of him. I love him.
Yeah, so Surge is a Tenrek and Kit, I
I
believe
did
it's a
not read.
Fennec? I think it's a
I
Fennec,
did
yeah.
not read the Sonic comics.
Yeah, he has
Are
daddy
you telling
issues.
me Scourge the Hedgehog?
He also killed his.
Has
He
daddy
also
issues.
it's theorized, and it's kind of hinted at that Scourge killed his own dad, because his
Smooshy, you gotta
You know
let go of
what?
Scourge,
his-
man. He's
his
gone.
dad was the king of anti-Mobius,
Oh my
and his dad was a really good guy.
So
It's just that he
Sonic.
never had time to hang out with his kid. So Scourge got, who's like the dark Sonic,
Don't say it like that, you almost made me
Yeah.
split.
got so mad
Tell
that
me.
people think he, because it's implied that he poisoned his dad,
Yeah.
Dio style.
Oh Christ.
Based. Based.
And he eventually goes to Sonic's universe, and he tries to steal the Master Emerald with I don't know who it was with, but I know eventually Scourge, I think it's either Knuckles or Shadow, they really nail into Scourge, and I think they
Damn.
bring up his father, and Scourge runs off crying.
Based.
Oh
based.
no. Darn, poor Scourge. I gotta say on the topic of Scourge, his super form, it goes so hard.
So cool.
I mean, it's just purple. I love purple. It's just, oh my god. I love it. I wish, I think this is the annoying thing, I wish I got into the Archie comics, but now that I know that they're cancelled and they're non-canon, and all the Ken Pender stuff, I have
Wow.
no motivation to actually read them now.
It is longer than One Piece, but I think One Piece is now longer than Archie.
Yeah. Can't believe One Piece. I can't believe the guy who made One Piece, like, actually has it thought out from beginning to end. Like, apparently from the start he knew how he
also-
wanted it to, like, end. Like, obviously, when you
It's
write stuff,
also
you change
very
it.
fucking
you
long.
Go
It's
through
longer than
it.
One Piece, I believe.
Damn, it's taken him a long time to get there.
I know.
He's just spitballing.
Thing is whatever the One Piece is gotta be fucking worth it.
The One Piece.
As someone that has read it,
Yeah.
I think he definitely has the beginning and the ending thought, but the middle part, I'm pretty sure he just been like, yeah, let's do this, and then let's do that,
gonna be
and then let's do
everyone,
this. Yeah, it's still pretty
don't know,
good. I really
see
like
a lot
it.
of people talk about it, and it makes me want to get into it because I don't doubt it. Well, I mean, if I read the manga,
Man,
I'll probably
it's,
just get into it 'cause
you're
there's a lot
gonna
of
see that
shots and
fucking
a lot
shit
of
trend
filler.
everywhere when it's revealed. Like, it's like fucking Ares
Yeah.
dying in Final Fantasy 7. Everyone's gonna know what the One Piece is as soon as it gets revealed. Everyone's gonna know.
Yeah.
Christ.
I think in order to enjoy the anime, you had to have grown up watching 4Kids.
I read the manga. I didn't
Oh,
watch the
yeah.
show. It's definitely the way to get into One Piece. I really liked it. It can get tedious because it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I think it took me like a month of reading or so.
The only
Yeah.
parts
Like,
of Dragon
it's a
Ball
lot,
that you
but
won't
I really
really
like- I prefer the
understand
manga.
are the original Dragon Ball, GT, and a bit of
Yeah.
Super.
It's
But
not
you
like
can find
Dragon
out
Ball
a
because
lot of
Dragon Ball
Super
has so
through,
many different media,
Dragon
like
Ball
video
Xenoverse.
games, movies, and shit.
I
That
hate that the
by
only
now
thing I know
you know
about
what the
Dragon
story,
Ball
like you know it.
is
Compared to One Piece, I don't think so. I think you're better off
let's
reading
say-
the manga of One Piece.
not friendly artwork. So I know Cell. I know that green chick from the Broly movie.
Yeah,
I know Broly's ass. And I know the
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be vintage internet. There's the Daily Dose animation, which I think is Piccolo and Vegeta.
Oh,
Oh.
Dragon Ball is basically Sonic
Well,
the Hedgehog.
the Sonic the
as far as
Hedgehog podcast guy.
Broly's ass.
What was it?
Wow.
Sorry.
No, this is Sonic.
Uh,
It's basically. Even then, Dragon Ball Z, it's very good. It's very good.
thing is,
I think Super,
I
it's,
don't know where Dragon Ball's
it's
gonna go
good,
next,
but
because like
it's
how-
the
isn't
wasted
Dragon Ball
potential
Super
arc,
like a
or
multiverse
I don't know how you
fighting
call it, the
tournament?
series, new series.
Like, what-
only
what-
one part
at
of it
least
is,
how I
but
feel
right
with it.
now they are focused on what's
And
happening
for me, Dragon Ball
before
Super
the
is more of
current
a.
movie.
Right.
It's good, but it's for me, it's like the wasted potential new series. That's about it. But I like it.
I think they have to build more of the manga off in order to make the anime, but we have enough for a full arc. It's just
Yeah. Honestly, at this point,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, it's. I don't think we're gonna get like a new anime. I don't think so. Dragon Ball is just gonna be from now on movies and manga, movies and manga. That's it.
the first one to get
I don't think we're gonna.
first one to get into Dragon Ball. But
Yeah,
I
I'm-
just never have done, which is weird because I like Sonic.
That's the thing. I think they're gonna like make a movie, and then
My Pringles cancelled.
adapt the manga in that movie. I think that's the best plan, I'd say. Well, no, who knows? Anyway, Sonic. Did you know gaming?
Oh wow, that's ironic. 666.
Sonic.exe.
Oh, we should talk about Sonic.exe. We might as well.
So terrible.
I was looking to see how
There's-
many issues is the Archie comic
I
series.
can't deny there's a variant of Sonic.exe called like I'm gonna
Oh,
pronounce it really stupidly,
666
but it's like Sonic.
issues.
It's called. It's spelled .eyx. I want to say Sonic.ix.
oh. Goop.
Yeah, and I won't lie, that was actually pretty creepy.
Why do we talk
It
about
moves away from
that?
the creepypasta
Like,
feel
what's
bit,
there to
and
talk?
It's like legitimately a bit spooky, which I like. Yeah, it messes with your computer, and I like it. I can't deny. I actually enjoyed
Is it from
watching
like
it play
the
through it.
remake someone's making?
Oh. I just looked at what
Yeah.
the character looks like. It acts well.
It shakes
If it
the,
was
the window of the
nighttime,
game
like,
as well,
Holy
like, from what I
F,
remember.
what that mouth
Like, it
do,
does
guy?
some meta stuff.
Like, you think you're scary, but if I saw that in the middle of the night, he'd think I'm scary for what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I don't know
think-
if it's gonna ever get updated.
Oh, do you remember when Sonic.exe as a whole got moved over to the
The
like
troll
I got
pasta.
this in
troll
before,
pasta
Capricorn.
wiki, yeah, and the
Good
creator
night.
went like mental about it. He was like trying to assemble an army or something.
God damn.
And he was like, hey, I started all the things that became cliches.
Oh wait,
and it's
this
like,
is not
Yeah.
Wow.
you used the tropes in the worst way possible, and if you did start those cliches, they were already handled poorly from the beginning by you. So shh.
I think it was either. I think Luna Game. Might
I
have
think
been
Luna
what
Game
started
and
it.
Bench
It
Round
was either that or
combined.
Bench Round.
That's what the
Those two
I
were
think that's
very
what the
close
creator took.
together in
He just
time.
combined both and made the rumors around Luna Game real in the story.
The thing is, bend round. This is how Cosmo's got to this.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. Because I wasn't okay. Hear me out. I was thinking, oh yeah, no, it was Luna
Hey,
Game who started
an hour
like,
and a half
who
before we go into
started
bend
this,
round, that's like a new record
trend.
for us.
And then I was like, wait, it might have been Bench Round.
Bend round didn't have the bloody red eyes cliche.
No!
And all that. As much as I have issues with bend round, I hate that it's used as an example of bad video game creepypastas, because it's not. It's good. It's good. And it didn't start as cliches. But
This is where we need
But,
the ring sound effect to keep us from.
It's melting.
I'm so sorry, guys.
But Sonic.exe is trash. Did you guys read a creepypasta called Maria's Revenge?
Yes, I heard about it through Mudahar.
I think
Do
that
not
one's
speak
pretty
its
decent.
name again.
It's quite
Do not.
unique. It's quite
It
spooky.
sounds very
But there's one thing that
familiar.
really bothers me, and it shouldn't, but it's because I'm a stupid little gremlin. Yeah, it's there's a part in it where he's like, oh yeah, I was playing Sonic Adventure 2, you know, I was having a great old time, I was getting all the S ranks, and I had to stop reading, and I was
I
like,
do not think
you
so.
don't get S ranks in Sonic Adventure 2. It takes 5 seconds of research. The A rank is the highest one. It
I think
genuinely
one thing-
broke my immersion.
One thing from that creepypasta,
Oh, it's this one.
it had videos just like he who shall not be named.
He shall not be named.
You don't want me to say it because we already said it.
Okay.
I found it really impressive that they used MMD for a few of the things in
Immediately.
the videos.
Oh yeah.
Because MMD is like crappy SFM.
Yeah.
Gulp.
Yeah, that was like meant to be like the footage in quotations of the game, and I remember that took me out of it as well, but you have to work with what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think they were trying to meet the crappy CGI and all those standards.
yeah. I also think it was kind of dark, honestly, with what they said happened to Maria with like.
Oh,
Geralt.
MMD.
I was a bit like, oh fucking hell, okay. But
Maria, just like me, for real, for real.
speaking of creepy things with Maria, you know Sonic
Dates.
Omens.
Okay.
No, that one is actually that one should not be named.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't-
want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Sonic Omens.
Oh no!
I can't believe how looking for the annoying thing is like, okay, I'm gonna say this and that's it. The annoying thing is there was a lot of controversy around the game, but I was still gonna play it. But that one thing made me go, okay, I don't even want to touch this at all.
If anyone wants to know,
Did
anybody
you know,
listening to this, if you want to know about Sonic
the fan
Omens,
game,
just look
Sonic
up a
Omens.
video essay.
If we zoom in,
Yeah, we won't tell you. We won't tell you.
I don't want to talk about it, it's gross.
Do your own research.
Ooh, okay. Hey, I found some dates. I could also be wrong. Because it's just a surface level Google search.
we won't tell you.
Renegade was April 3rd, 2011.
Do your own
September
research,
7th,
nerd.
That one had to be
2010,
2012, right?
and, I think where's Sonic DX2? Where's the original? It was either 2012 or August of 2011.
Oh.
It's not clear because my cat just bumped my screen and I lost my place. But just in case anybody's watching,
I literally
and is
still have
curious
no
about the
idea
dates of
who you
earlier
meant when you said
conversation,
before
that's-
Sonic
that's what
Omens,
that
the
is.
person should not be named. I literally have no idea who you're on about.
Ben Brown.
Oh, okay. Right. I thought it
I
was
was like,
him. I thought it was him.
he browned. Do we want to talk about Sonic Shorts? Because I kind of want to talk about that.
Sonic Shorts. Oh yeah.
And Sonic. Well, that's because only like 2 of us here have watched
I
it.
don't mind if you talk about Sonic Prime. I don't mind.
He's what?
I don't think I'd mind spoilers about Sonic Prime. I don't think anything with.
I was gonna say
not to
we
discredit
haven't
the show 'cause I haven't
talked
watched
about
it,
Sonic
but I doubt there's
shows,
anything that happens in it that's gonna
especially
make me
the
go,
recent one,
"Damn,
Sonic Prime.
can't believe I didn't get to see that on my own." Yeah, so I don't mind if you want to talk about it.
It is
I
in the
will say
prime
it has a lot
of
of
Sonic.
references. To
I'll
I think
leave
it
it-
even
I'll leave it at
references
that.
Archie.
Oh, bruh. Christ.
I don't want to. I don't think I want to talk about it with you 2 in the call.
That's fair enough. It's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I expected. I feel like we're at like a tipping point in Sonic right now.
I don't know.
where
I'm not
things
that.
can either go up.
I'm not that
It
into
can be anything,
Archie.
really. But it can either go really uphill from here, or they get too
It's
cocky.
kind
and
of
it just
similar
plummets
to
straight back
Frontiers in
down
the way that
with all
it's
the
a
success that
foundation,
Sonic's getting in the minute.
but it's not
Hopefully,
as
because
good.
I know Ian Flynn is writing the games.
But it's
from
still
here
pretty
on
good
out.
when he does.
That's what they
Like-
said. So he should hopefully be a driving force to keep them from getting too cocky with the games. The movies, however, I have no clue how that will go.
I hate. I mean, I don't hate it. I totally. It is justified, but I see a lot of people that's like, oh, people think Sonic Frontiers is good just because it has a lot of references,
Good.
which are basically like Marvel films, blah blah blah, Fortnite, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no. For me, it's not just the references. It's the fact that, this is solid world building in Sonic, which we
Oh,
haven't
that's
had
another kind of worms,
since,
man.
like, Unleashed. We haven't had like a continuous Sonic universe since 8 years ago. I just like this. Yeah, I just want the Sonic to be a consistent. I just want Sonic to be good. This is so hard to ask for.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty dang good character. Yeah, he only appears for 5 seconds every like 2 episodes.
Wait, is this in Prime?
Please.
Okay.
Going back to Sonic Prime, I just want to say something. Is that Shadow?
He's been shown to be like
Not bad.
smarter than Sonic right now.
Right.
It's not bad when he appears 5
I like
seconds in each episode. And that's it.
I want to talk about this real
Yes,
quick
it's in
now.
Prime.
I
He
love
doesn't
these Sonic
look
characters.
stupid.
Awesome.
He doesn't
They're
seem
really
to be
cool.
stupid like
Sonic
he
Team.
has been often
Shadow.
depicted.
What the
But
fuck are you
I don't
doing?
know. We'll see. Not bad.
You know why he's like that?
Yeah,
Do you know
I
why
know.
he's like?
Yeah, it's why I'm calling
Yes.
it Sonic Team and not Flynn. But yeah, explain.
Just don't expect him
Sonic
to
Team. I
take
don't
a lot of screen
understand
time,
why
like,
you want
regular.
Shadow to be so much like Vegeta. It doesn't make sense.
When. Yeah.
No,
Whenever-
he's
Sorry,
like
you go.
Vegeta from the Cell Saga, but stupider.
Whenever Shadow's being rude
so
about people
bad.
in the comics, I'm like, that he would no, he would not be mean
Sonic
to Rouge.
Team, what the fuck is going
Absolutely
on?
would not be a dick to Rouge.
Yeah,
It's not even like Vegeta. It's nothing. It's literally nothing.
straight up does not.
Consider that.
Yeah,
Even
he's
during
just
the
a
original
dick.
games, he was never like that.
If
It's so.
when he works with the team and he goes off to do his own thing, that's fine. That's Shadow. He's a bit of a lone wolf, but he's not an asshole. He was in Shadow the Hedgehog, but that's just because he was a bit.
That's the
confused
thing.
about morality.
Like,
but
so you
I
see,
just-
like he's like Vegeta.
hate
Well,
when he's
Vegeta had a
characterized
reason
as
to be
a
like that.
dick.
Shadow
If you look
doesn't
at
have
how
a reason
Shadow's
for
character
him
has
to be
been
like that.
throughout the
He's-
years,
He's such a
basically
he's so rude.
Vegeta,
He's such a
but
bitch.
progressing in reverse.
Yeah.
It's a weird flanderization because, like, Shadow's
He's-
character in his debut
Yeah.
is, you know,
Like,
fucking. He is struggling with morality,
Exactly.
and in the end, he chooses to sacrifice himself for the greater good out of his love for Maria. And it's really weird to, like, take this character and just look at him and go, yeah,
Yeah,
he's
like,
super edgy. Let's
his
give him a
oldest
gun.
friend
Let's make
was a-
him a dick to
a
one of
child
the first
girl.
people he was friends with.
Why is he an
Very cool.
asshole? He learned so much compassion from her. This is like the most controversial thing ever. It's not. I'm pretty sure this is like not the most controversial thing ever. But I genuinely think in Sonic Adventure 2, Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic Adventure 2 is one of my favorite characters ever written. I think he has an amazing arc. I think he has an amazing storyline. The fact that he's become this, literally, ironically, a shadow of himself, irritates me.
we're gonna get cancelled.
Yeah, like, I gotta admit, when he's arguing with Sonic, I like that. I like how he's like, if you just killed Eggman, we wouldn't have to deal with this. Yeah.
Cause it's like he's thinking like a military. He's thinking like he's in the military, like how he should have been
His
after 06.
actions in Metal Virus.
Yeah, that's the thing, he worked with
Oh my
Gunn.
god.
He was hired by Gunn, he was fine working with them.
The whole point of Shadow after that was that he was supposed to be more
Yeah,
like a
that was
soldier.
good. He's fine. The actual
In my
discussion
opinion.
about Eggman being good or not,
You
that
know,
was
I actually
good.
saw
That
a lot
made
of,
sense.
A discussion
But
on
then,
Twitter, which is just great, I know. But about like people are annoyed about Sonic's characterization in IW about how like he lets Eggman live, and I'm like, well, first of all, you can't have the main character of a children-oriented franchise wanting to kill people. Second of all, I really like that Sonic doesn't give up on the chance of Eggman turning or anyone else becoming better people. It is both a nice morality to have and a great flaw for a character, in my opinion. It represents the endless optimism that he's meant to be.
He's a lot like Peter Parker in a way.
It's a lot like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Peter Griffin.
Well, yeah, also, I really hope Flynn does this. I want
It
a
is a
character, 'cause
very-
I think Espio's had a go
Yeah.
about it as well. I want a character to be like, why don't you just get rid of Eggman once for
Yeah.
all? I want someone to turn around and just go, why don't you?
It's definitely a
Yeah.
it's definitely a
That's
very
interesting,
old
'cause
philosophical
I think in
question.
Archie,
but
Sonic does kill
the way they do it
Eggman, but he
in the
comes
comics,
back in
it's
another
pretty
body.
good. It feels new.
Yeah,
It feels
and then-
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's how he
And-
transitioned from like the Robotnik body to the Eggman body, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had like multiple bodies in Archie.
Oh, can we talk about the Egg archives in Frontiers? They're so good. They're
Bitch.
one
Like,
of my favorite parts.
come
I
on.
love how it hints at the reason why Eggman's so bitter at the world is because people showed love for Maria instead of him. I love that it talks about why he changed his name from Robotnik to Eggman. And just, all the references to Black Arms and Babylonians, that made me squee as well, but
Because
I
it
love-
means Sonic Riders is canon.
yeah, I just...
Yeah,
this
okay, those are good,
calculating
yeah.
karma side of Eggman when he's scheming, I wish we saw more of that. Because he is an evil genius. I don't know, I love Eggman as a character. There
We
is-
need an Eggman video game.
Oh, can you imagine? You can play as Eggman in Sonic Adventure 2, which is why it's one of the best games ever, just saying.
I really hope
No, but I agree,
the
like-
Eggman archives become like a one of the first fronts for the sequel. Like
there was something
either
else.
that or just make lore, please. I need it, please.
Yeah.
Eggman, me, B machine, let's go.
Oh. Yeah. I think I had a similar feeling when they mentioned Neo Metal, but that's just because I'm a sucker for Metal Sonic.
Because if they mention Dark Gaia, that means the humans are still around.
True, yeah.
I think all the name drops in Frontiers are very good. But
yeah. They said
the
that
Dark Gaia
they'll
name drop
bring
made me the
humans back,
most
There's a reason
got
to.
goosebumps. I don't know why.
Jan
It's
5
just
has-
fucking
I really
Dark
want to
Gaia.
see Sonic interact with humans again.
Yeah. Do you remember there was a brief moment where the canon was that there were two worlds in the Sonic universe? Like, there was a
Yeah.
world of humans and the world
They
of
are
animals.
around. They just
and then they were
are not
like,
showing them.
okay,
They
you know
don't
what,
show
that's
them
actually the
till
worst thing we've
it's
ever said.
necessary. I
There's
think.
just one world. I
That
remember
thing was
reading
just that thing was equally as stupid as the moon explanation.
Right.
The moon turned around after being blasted
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
freaking space colony arc.
What was the moon explanation? Oh,
That's
not
physics.
Right.
My head canon, and I will. This
God,
is just
the
a
tides are forever changed.
calm myself thing. Is that there's a phantom ruby in the moon? It activated. It's showing the other half of the moon, and because of how the phantom ruby works, it keeps the moon and all of its effects safe. That's how I see it. I'm just
It's so stupid.
Or maybe the Chaos Emeralds are like the 7 Dragon Balls and restore the world before all the destruction.
I'd be okay with that as well. I mean, that would, yeah. If that was a thing, it would explain why Tails is like, Tails, this entire city has been obliterated, everyone's dead, and he goes, oh, fucking all's well that ends well, guys. Sorted, everything's fine.
Well, classic Sonic, I guess we better collect the 7 Dragon Balls.
For real. For real. For real.
Yeah, we've had enough since the Wisps.
You know what? No. You know what they should do? I think they should stop introducing new elements. Because I think we have enough.
Make muffins.
McDonald's
Because with Frontiers basically made canon
no, I
the previous game. The previous games
I agree.
it mentions.
kind of.
So it's
I-
like maybe instead of
I'll do one.
introducing Because you're interested in cyberspace.
know.
Okay, that's cool.
Bro's really
Do
trying to
something
find a
with
way to disagree.
cyberspace that involves all the other McMuffins that we introduced in the past to make something
You think
interesting, more
so when you
interesting.
say they should stop adding elements, what kind of elements do you mean?
McMuffins. I think the term is actually MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Yeah. I agree.
So, for
There's a
example,
headcanon
like
by Flip
in this one, they
that
added
I
the
really
cyberspace
like,
stuff,
the
right?
tiny,
In Sonic
was a
Colors, they added the
part
Wisps one.
Mephilus.
In Sonic
And
Unleashed, they added
I
the
think
whole
in my
werewolf
dream
thing.
Sonic game,
Yada yada yada.
if I had
And I
to-
think you
if
have
I had to-
enough elements in
if
this
dare
world
say,
that
if
it's
I
just becoming so
conceptualize something
convoluted
myself,
that I think you
I
should
would
go
want it to be
back
a
and
game where
use
Mephilus
those
comes
same
back
elements that you have
thanks to the
introduced
tiniest fuckery.
and make something with them instead of
And
introducing more and more.
It's this huge pseudo in quotations open world where they bring back everything in like a big genuine world.
That would be interesting because
And Mephilus is the main
Silver.
villain.
Wait, isn't Silver just staying in the current timeline right now? Like he's just.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see Silver come back and then
Yeah.
Mephilus kill him.
Yeah. I would like. I mean, I said this earlier at the very start. I would love a game centered around Silver. I really want them to be like, oh, the reason why.
Pretty sure he
Silver
went to the
stays the
future.
same
I mean,
when
he
the
only comes
timelines
back when
change
he's like,
is
guys,
because of the
there's a
time
problem in the
stones
future, we
that
gotta
lit
fix
up
it.
on
And he comes back.
They use them to like, and they center them around him, so he maintains himself between timelines.
Yeah, that's the
Because obviously
thing.
with timeline shenanigans, if the future changes, he should change and bish bash bosh. So I want an explanation for that as well.
I think it would. Hmm? You go first.
Speaking. What? I was gonna say speaking
No.
of Silver. Do you guys ever like?
Maybe.
Have you guys ever like read the dialogue for Sonic Colors on the DS? Sonic Colors on the DS has like the other unlike on the Wii version because it's a completely different game. Silver and Blaze are there, but they don't know each other. But Silver's timeline is a good timeline. He mentions how like you know the sky is blue and it's a nice place, and I love that for him. It's too bad that doesn't stick
Oh, yeah, it
around.
is.
There's a
when he
brief
comes
moment-
I
back,
really
like,
do think it
yep,
would be interesting because, like you're saying,
Future
Mephilus
Spot.
returning. It would make sense for Mephilus to know Silver is the catalyst for his failure, and
Yeah.
to kill him.
I'd like that. There's
And
a
then
brief moment.
Sonic's just like, "What the hell do we do? The only person who came from the future and knows what to do is dead."
There's
It's
a couple brief moments
fucked
in
up,
IDW
guys.
where
You won't believe
Silver
it.
goes back to the future. He goes to the future and it's all metal, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Teleports back to the present, and then he goes back after metal virus is over, and the future's completely fine. I really like that moment. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Honestly,
Justin.
yeah.
Yeah.
They are also. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the future Trunks of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like Silver as a character is technically stuck. You
They
cannot
gotta
do
kill
much with
Silver
him
and then bring him
because
back
he's
with the
literally
emeralds.
stuck in the
I really
future.
like Silver and IDW.
So-
I think it's cool.
Yeah, so you have to. They
Silver
have to
in
find out a way
IDW is
if
like
they
what
want to do
Silver
something
should
for
have
them to get rid of those
in
limitations
the-
and be like
The good
either
timeline
make
after Iblis.
Silver a
He's
present
nerdy,
character or
He's
just
awkward.
keep doing the his
But he knows
one
when to be
pony.
serious.
He
Yeah.
always does.
I love Sonic,
Yeah.
dude.
I wonder what Silver is like in the future.
Yeah.
Is he a
Yeah,
technological
so cute.
genius like Tails? Because he has to be.
Yeah, though that's why I want a game centered around him. Why he can traverse easily between past and present. Why? I mean, I'm pretty sure in the O6 manual it says like, oh, in the future telekinesis is like everyone can do it, but fuck O6. No.
I love Sonic, man.
I don't know. He's a character that I'd really wish to unravel in the Sonic universe. Him and Blaze. I like Blaze a lot. Blaze in the comics is great. She goes burning Blaze like immediately. Yeah, she's like, right, there's a problem. I've got the Soul Emeralds. Let's do this.
It would be interesting to. I'm going back on that topic again, but like you said about Little Planet and those the Time Stones, it would be interesting for the Time Stones. Once Silver dies, the Time Stones activate, and everyone gets their memories of like 06 and what happened.
Oh yeah, she goes like.
And Blaze remembers, and she like gets really angry that Silver's dead.
Oh,
This fucker's girl.
Yeah.
So it would be like the reverse situation, where instead of Silver being distraught that Blaze is sacrificing herself, she's going to be distraught that Silver just died.
I really like those two as a pairing. They're both very fish out of water characters, being from future and alternate dimensions and stuff. I wish we saw more of Blaze's world, you know.
They need to make another Sonic Rush,
I'd like another Sonic Rush.
and it be a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, fuck you, Xbox players.
Well, I mean, Sonic Rush was a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah, it's DS. I have a very specific memory of Sonic Rush because I remember I went on holiday to Mexico for my mother and stepfather's wedding, and I took Sonic Rush with me on a black DS and played it there, and then I left it in the hotel when I went home. Yeah. It's okay, I got a red.
I have a
It
black
was.
DS with Sonic Rush. Haha, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
But that's a good point. The people who got the room after us in the hotel must have gone, oh bloody hell, 3DS. Damn, that sucks. Well, I hope you enjoy.
No.
Dick.
No.
I haven't played Sonic Rush. I haven't played Sonic Adventure yet. I haven't played Sonic Rush Adventure yet. I really want to. But
Yo, what about Sonic Fighters? What if they make a sequel to that? That would be awesome.
I like Sonic.
For real.
It just came to my
played
mind. I was like,
Sonic
what
Fighters a lot when I
Sonic
was a
Fighters? That was a game.
I remember sweating that game when I was a kid, trying to play as Super Sonic at the end of it. You had to like beat every character. I think it's like you had to beat every character without taking one loss, and it was hard as hell.
I remember a fan-made game someone made about like a fighting game with Sonic. I still have to play that.
Sonic Smackdown.
The virus one or the one that's like
virus one.
the Dragon Ball
I don't
Fighters.
There's one that my friend introduced me
Yeah,
to.
Sonic's
called
always the one
Smackdown. And that one's really good. But can we talk about the virus Sonic fighting game? That
Sonic
is
Gather
genuinely
Battle.
Insane. Yeah,
Like that dude was actually like mentally ill.
that is like I'm not even making an overstatement. Legit creepypasta game, like real creepypasta game. Like it doesn't just like stop you from playing. It goes mad if you try and do certain things with it.
And it also tracks everything on your computer.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah. No.
it's such a weird
Yeah.
thing, but I'm like.
Wait, I'm
there
lost.
was,
What
like,
are
a
we
point where
talking
I was, like,
about?
just so like fascinated by it. I'm like, dang, I have to know.
Sonic
more.
Gather Battle?
It's weird that it's
So,
not just like a
I don't think I have.
You've
Yeah,
never heard
yeah.
of this?
fan game. It's just legitimately
You have to-
this guy.
you'll
Oh
have
my
to-
god,
we'll
Sonic!
explain
I
it.
Google it, and
Yeah.
the first result is like
So-
Sonic Gather Battle creator arrested. Oh god.
Yeah.
Wait, he was
no.
arrested?
Yeah, what he did was illegal. It was spyware, basically. So basically wrote it. Sonic Battle, they made a fan game of it called Sonic Gather Battle. And when you download it, the game checks for if you search up the word cheats or hacks or anything like that. And if you mess about with it enough by doing things that the creator doesn't want you to do, like, it literally tinges the background red, like your character starts looking weird, it starts spawning these creepy eyes all over the screen and these giant ghosts that chase after you and kill you instantly. It is
Holy shit,
insane.
I have to look into this then.
I'm gonna find if you guys just want to talk about it, I'll try and find a screenshot of it. One moment.
It also went in 3 phases. So the first phase was it would close down your Chrome tabs anytime you looked up cheats and such. The second phase was when I don't remember what you had to do to trigger the second phase, but it would basically start ruining everything with your computer. And plus, if you had this game, you had to completely reset your computer, like complete factory
Damn.
reset.
Yeah, it could
I'll
break
install it
computers, I'm
now.
pretty sure.
You had a. I think you even had to contact the creator to like ask them to put on a whitelist. It was like that kind of crazy. It's like, wow.
Yeah, legit. The main reason why I did it
All
is
this
so
for,
people
like,
wouldn't
edited sprites
get
you took
a
out of
hand
the,
on his
Game Boy Advance
recolored
game.
sprites that he used
Yeah.
in the game.
And he didn't even own the sprites.
Yeah, they were just literally just recolors. But oh yeah, look, the eyes, the ghosts, it is crazy. Do you know what's the worst part about it is? I love it. It's so interesting.
Wow.
Also, the
Me
music
too.
and the stages would completely change.
I love the concept.
Yeah.
Too bad that it's literally spyware. It's kind of like, sorry to go back to the Luna games. Sorry, but the Luna games, people like thought that was like straight up, also malware when it was just a harmless, funny haha prank. It did like the similar thing. It would it would open and add files to your computer. It would do stuff like that, but overall it was like just too prank.
You without the illegal part that can get us arrested,
forgot
we can make it work.
Without the malicious spyware part.
I've actually forgotten everything about Luna Game, other than the fact that it was just a spooky game that had jump scares.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
People. People were
I've
really
always
afraid of it
been
being like
like-
actual malware. Because of,
Yeah, like I said earlier,
what went into it.
how I'm fascinated behind the Sonic Gather Battle thing. I've always been like, just interested in people that make scary, spooky things. Like, there's this guy on YouTube. My friend sent me this years ago. It's a guy on YouTube who uploaded a video and it's like Kirby speedrun, whatever, blah blah blah, and it's just like Kirby speedrunning through green greens. It just shows this like really freaky picture of Kirby edited with like trypophobia, jump scare kind of thing. And for days, it just it wasn't like scary. I mean, it was, but I wasn't scared by it. I was just fascinated by it. I was like, why did you make this? It's so weird and ominous. No one's seen this video. It's not a trending thing. It's just weird. I don't know. I get interested in horror. Sonic is hacking your computer. Yeah, it is. Oh, do you know what my favorite computer-based horror is though?
Computer-based horror is really cool.
I've heard of Ben Drowned.
I was gonna bring up Cleverbot, but
I hope it's soon.
I gotta say, the Clever. He really did get lightning in a bottle with Ben Drowned, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, the Cleverbot thing was awesome. So I remember as a kid going onto Cleverbot and talking to it and being like, what the fuck?
like, because people already went onto the bot and they were like already
Initiating a
talking to
relationship
about the
with Ben Drowned and
creepypasta.
Cleverbot at age 11.
And other creepypastas, like Cleverbot was, like, this is not Sonic related at all, but Cleverbot really is like the center point for if you want to go freak yourself out, go talk to Cleverbot.
Yeah, legit.
But now it's just a sex bot.
I mean, now adaptive AI is everywhere, so Cleverbot's not really anything impressive.
Yeah.
Hear that, Cleverbot maker? Fuck you.
You're nothing. You're nothing.
I'm trying to think, like, was there a moment in, like, Sonic that scared me? Oh, the only thing I can think of is, it wasn't even a Sonic thing, but I used to have a GameCube that I once left on overnight to get Mewtwo and Sonic? I love getting Mewtwo and Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Melee. And, it burnt out the motor in my GameCube, so whenever I played anything, the GameCube would sometimes just stop and it cuts to a black screen, and it scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
That's hilarious. Like, imagine you're playing Sonic Adventure 2. Cuts. I am God. Goes back to regularly
Well, that was
scheduled
weird.
programming.
Anyways,
Oh, wait. Do you know what else scared me? Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube, obviously. If you don't have a memory card in the GameCube, it cuts to a black screen, and you hear a character talk to you. Like, I remember Sonic's going, "Did you insert the memory card?" And I was like, "Where is he?" How does he know?
That reminds me of when you would put a Sega CD disc into a disc player. It was like, take the disc out now. Burr, 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 burr.
Really?
I was just about
Yeah,
to say.
let me look this up.
Sega.
Yeah, there are some the Sega. Also, I think PlayStation
Warning.
discs did that
That's
too.
scary.
It
Oh,
would say,
I don't know
"Please
why
It
play,
is terrifying.
I just don't like
into a
the idea of it
PlayStation,
talking to you directly.
hello, player.
Nowadays, though, that's like a common horror thing, isn't it?
I recommend watching this. It's
I
freaking
mean,
terrifying.
Speaking of
I'm gonna
this,
quickly check it
there's
out.
also the infamous. I mean, pretty much it's famous. The Sonic CD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Fun is Infinite screen. Yeah.
Oh my
What
god, the
was
game
up
over
with the
music.
Sonic
It's not even
CD
music.
Japanese soundtrack?
It's more
What
like-
was the boss?
Yeah.
music?
I'll be honest. I played Sonic CD,
Was
right?
it so-
I think
It's
it's the
absolutely
worst
true.
one of all of them. I don't. I don't really
lot
don't
of
like
people say
it.
that.
I don't even. Yeah.
When did Sonic CD come out? Was it?
But
between
yeah, it's between 2 and 3.
Or between 1 and 2.
Oh really?
It was after 3,
Wait, let me see.
right? Because the CD had just.
I think it's.
The Sega CD had just come out after 3.
1993.
Because I swear it keeps changing. I swear it keeps Mandela affecting into when it came out.
1994, yeah. So CD is
that's something else
1993,
to talk
3 is 1994. A year after.
This
Okay.
is completely unrelated to Sonic, but I'm now trying to think of like moments in games that legit made me freeze up. Have you ever played I'm Scared?
Yeah, I know it. It got remade.
Yeah. There's a part in I'm Scared where you're in a
oh my
maze
god, that's.
and
wow.
you get sent a YouTube
Oh.
link that it generates a file on your computer that gives you a YouTube link, and it shows like an unlisted video that reveals a hidden wall in a maze. and it,
Yeah,
like,
I know what
leads
you're
to,
talking about. I know what
the
you're talking
next
about.
area. Yeah. And you play the game and you're like, okay, I found the wall. Like, you go through it, and then it just reaches a dead end in the maze that just has a sign that says, you fell for it. And in that moment, I never felt more dread in my life about what was about to happen.
It's.
It genuinely
It's
scared
good,
the
it's
life
good.
out of me. It is good.
Oh, God. I'm
I would have been like,
I'm
oh
such a
no,
baby when
step,
it comes
bro. What are you
horror.
about to do to
I think I
me?
would've just cried and closed the computer. Not quite. Okay, so this isn't scary, but it does. You know what fills me with dread? I've told this. I've talked about it with Smasha before, but
Yeah.
you know that feeling when that sense of dread you feel when you hear your alarm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Sonic
dude.
and the Secret Rings, 7 rings in hand, does that to me because it's like that was like the only song in the game. I feel like because just
Yeah.
when you boot up the game, when you're in the menu, when you complete a level, when you're on the level select, you would just hear the theme, and I've heard it so many times that like anytime like I hear it,
This is honestly
I
when
like
they talk about
tense
alarms
up,
now.
and I don't know why.
This was a really terrible idea in retrospect. When I was in college and I was obsessed with JoJo's, like to an annoying degree, you would not have liked me. I saw that one meme about like, oh, when the Pillar Man theme comes on, and it's like Squidward waking up. So as a joke, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna set my alarm to the Pillar Man theme. It's gonna be so funny. I now can't listen to that song
why will
ever
you
again.
do that? Why will you
It
do
stresses me out. Every time I hear
no.
the song, it legit just. Oh, I hate it. It stresses me out so much. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, my entire body shivers.
brother.
Yeah, no, I learned that the hard way.
Crazy.
That's
That's
never
why-
make your favorite
that's why,
song your
anytime
alarm.
I
It
hear
will no longer be
vibrating,
your favorite song.
I get stressed out because my phone just vibrates.
I hate the sound of my ringtone because, you know what, there's actually a lot of things I hate because I associate it with waking up. I hate my ringtone because people always call me when I'm asleep because I have the worst sleep schedule ever. I hate my alarms, obviously. And I also hate knocking on doors. I hate hearing knocks because when I used to live with my grandparents, they would always wake me up early in the morning knocking on my door. And now whenever I hear a knock on my door, I get stressed out so much. I hate it. So, yeah, grandparents, listen to this. Thanks
You're
for that.
warned. You're warned.
Speaking of the USA or whatever, the Sonic CD soundtrack, do you guys know that one song in Super Paper Mario which is just insanely... Why did they put it in the game? It's terrifying.
Which one?
It's in the... Yeah.
The
It's like, it's just meant to be like a,
When you're
I'm in the
the
dead place,
river
oh,
Styx?
haha. And then you get to the bottom of the water and it plays this distorted music and these voices start rambling, and I just can't believe it. But there's a lot of things in Super Paper Mario that are creepy, like Mimi. I did not like that when I was a kid, but that always stuck out to me so much. Yeah. Just there's no need for a Nintendo.
Calm down.
to like
Just
change
no
the
need.
and everything. Oh, the atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
It kind of goes hard, unfortunately.
Oh.
Every iceberg
s-
video I've ever watched
Sorry, carry on.
uses that song. So now I go, oh dear lord. It is it to say I don't, I see why they choose
Yeah.
it, but unfortunately I hate the atmosphere.
I still have it
I
burned
want to
into
listen
my
to the
memory,
video.
that
I don't
one
wanna get
iceberg video,
creeped
which I
out
always
listening to
complain
the
about,
soundtrack in the background.
where it's like, it was like creepy video games iceberg, and Majora's Mask was on it, and the guy was like, yeah, I don't even know why this one's on the iceberg. It's not even really that much of a creepy game. It's just a normal Zelda game. I think the only reason this is on it is because of Ben Drowned, and I was sitting there like, can you not do 5 minutes of research? Like, Majora's Mask is terrifying at points.
Majora Mask to this day still has like stuff being discovered, and stuff that people
Yeah.
find new meaning to it. Like the reason one was that the game was rushed, and the developers actually put characters' phrases according to their feelings of crunch. And I believe the one sentence, the "You made a terrible fate," Anuba made it when he was like doing it on an all-nighter. That's crazy.
I genuinely think, as much as I love Majora's Mask, especially with the 3DS remake, that Majora's Mask was accidentally beautiful. I think they couldn't recreate Majora's Mask's atmosphere and tension if they tried.
It's great.
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess is scary.
I haven't played it.
Majora,
I still
honestly.
need to play it.
I disagree.
Because that one, like, I mean, Majora is still unsettling with the moon, but everything in Twilight Princess, I don't like being alone with no NPCs.
It's fair enough. I think the only bit in Twilight Princess that really creeped me out is that iconic, the scene where the Light Spirit talks about the interlopers and it plays that really weird Dark Link cutscene where everyone's like not got any eyes. They took their eyes, dare I say?
They were all hero,
The
Brian.
only scary thing I know about Twilight Zone
that
is
used to scare me
that boss fight that jump scares you, and that's it. I still need to play it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the in the ice dungeon. I need to replay Twilight Princess. It's been far too long since I last played it. Dude, it's
Speaking of
amazing.
Brian,
It's gone.
like here, I could not play Minecraft alone for a while because I was so scared.
Hero Brian.
I get that. I mean, the thing is,
Coming.
when I was a kid, I was stupid. And I mean, I was scared by everything. Yet for some reason, Herobrine was the one thing where I had to, because my friends were always like, at the end of all the patch notes, they put at the bottom, removed Herobrine as a joke. And my friends were like, oh my god, he actually was in the game. And I was like, no, he wasn't. They just put that in as a joke. But it's, like I said, it's weird because as a kid, I thought the Tails doll was real. I thought Ben Drowned was real. But for some reason, Herobrine was just the one thing where I was like, that's
Yeah, I
obviously
mean,
not real.
I think that got even more obvious when Endermans got added into the game. Like those are literally a reference to
Yeah.
Slenderman. Like they said it. Like, yep, there he is.
The thing about Enderman,
Yeah.
I remember. God, I feel old saying this, but I remember when they were first announced. The hype around them was way better than what they actually ended up being. Like everyone thought they were going to be like Weeping Angel type enemies, which would have made no sense because then all you have to do is just look at them. to kill them. But and then I remember when they released, they just did nothing but take blocks and try and attack you, and they were really
Yeah.
underwhelming.
I like to look at them and see them rush after you. And I like doing
It's
this whenever I'm
funny.
playing with somebody. 'cause
Look at it. It has
when
teeth.
someone get upset at me, they're like, why did you do that? And I was like, it would be funny.
Look at it. It has teeth.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah, I base all of my choices.
It
I
has
What
base
the
all of my
teeth do, though?
choices on
Teeth do,
product
though.
value.
I think they should, as a
Look who it
sneaky
is.
update.
Hear me out.
I think it would be interesting for them to do another Halloween update, but as a
Imagine-
prank,
I
like
don't
April
think they know what to
Fools.
do with Minecraft anymore.
Like, just
They just.
I don't think they
just
do
fucking
either.
gave up.
No, legit. The annoying thing is I see people be like, oh yeah, but what if there was like an enemy in Minecraft that like snuck up on you when you weren't looking and killed you? And I'm like,
It's literally in the game.
That's also called Hero Brian.
it's just, oh
yeah,
god.
it's called like
Like
everything.
I think that's where the modding scene really came in back in the day
Yeah.
during like Minecraft. But now it's just like they're adding so many things instead of
That's the
building
thing,
up what they
yeah, I
currently
mean-
have.
Oh no, I disagree with that. I used to have that issue, but now I think they're working on stuff that they've already added because there was the Nether update, the Ocean update.
Oh, I'm not saying like that stuff. I'm just saying like
yeah,
the
I
deep
think
dark.
Yeah, they're
Like, that's
I think they're still
cool,
working on that.
they need.
But
Go ahead.
what it do, Bobby?
I remember they added like the mushroom biome, and I was like, "That's interesting, but why?"
Yo,
They didn't
they,
do anything else
they
with
played
it.
Sonic
Like,
3
they
and
need to
said,
build
"Oh, let's
on the
fucking
stuff
add
they
this,
currently
dude.
have."
Let's add this."
I
That's
think
why
it's
the cave update was so hype.
yeah. I think it's a sin that they never added the
Bro.
Ether update to the game.
They got the guy that worked on it
Legitimately.
on the team.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like they added the Mo Creatures mobs, and I don't remember half of them that they added. Well, the only thing I can remember is the horse.
I
I think it
personally
was
think
just the
that
horse. Everything else
Minecraft
was
needs
just,
like a new
extra.
end game because you have the end dragon, but now what else?
Yeah, it was so trash.
because
Yeah,
They-
the
because I don't get it.
entertaining
Why
ain't
would
cutting
you
it.
add Netherite? You know, a new tier, and then you just don't use it because what's there left? You beat the Ender Dragon. That's it.
Yeah,
Like you need a new endgame now.
Yeah, like I hate that I can remember bosses in the Yog box mod pack that was so much fun to fight that aren't in the main game. Like there was one where you went into like this pyramid, and you had to play like a game of like tennis with a sphinx that shot fireballs at you like a gas. You had to keep deflecting it back at the sphinx till it died. It's like Dead Man's Volley in Zelda.
I think the coolest mod that I saw, I don't know if they ever finished it, but I think it's been canceled. But it was the Twilight Forest.
Yes,
I'm not a very fan of mods.
good.
If they had that in
my
Minecraft,
jam.
like it's a whole new dimension, because it had whole new mobs, everything.
I was gonna get to that. There was a Sonic collab with Minecraft. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sonic. Yeah,
Well, we're here
seeing the
for
items and that. I thought they were cool. I gotta give them respect for the SpongeBob thing they did, where it was like not just a skin pack, it was like a world and there were quests to do and stuff.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. But I gotta say, just outright, I think Mo Yang, or however it's pronounced, I think they're just lazy. I think that when they do a poll for which mob they want to add, I literally sit back and say there is no way you do not have the budget and workforce to just add all 3 of these in. You can easily just implement all of these mobs into the game. Nothing is stopping you.
And then we know that
being lazy.
I feel like in a recent update, the frogs are getting added, and they were like in the first mob mode or so. Like it's been ages. Like, bruh,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Oh god. Speaking of
Like,
lazy
come
game,
on, bro.
Speaking of lazy game devs is dangerous because it makes me want to talk about some franchise. that I
Speaking
think
of
we should
lazy
say
devs,
some
Sonic
episode.
Team. I'm kidding.
Speaking of lazy devs,
Not the Pokemon.
I want to save Pokemon for. I want to save Pokemon for another episode. I feel like if we talk about it now,
Opening
it'll
a
be
can
a,
of
for another
worms.
4 hours.
Oh man. What?
But yeah, Sonic.
Sonic.
Pretty good.
And
We'll play it.
Is this where we want to cut it off?
Yeah, we're near 2.5 hours. I think that's
Oh,
pretty
do
good.
we have anything else before? Like anything that we're forgetting? Maybe I don't know. Sonic Underground.
I like the animation memes. Also, the theme tune goes hard. Me and my friends rewatched the first episode of Sonic Underground recently, and it's bad. It's bad. Like, I know the animation's trash.
Oh yeah, no, Sonic
I know the
Underground is
animation's trash, but I just
hot, fiery garbage.
because I haven't watched it since a kid.
It is my
The writing,
favorite.
it's like the first episode is like the Oracle is like, yeah, Sonic, you have a brother and sister, and it doesn't tell Sonic who they are, and then later on, Sonic's just playing guitar somewhere, and these 2 hedgehogs, obviously Sonia and Manic, just show up, and then Sonic's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're all siblings if you didn't know, and I'm just sitting there like, how do you know that they're your siblings just because they're hedgehogs?
Fucked up.
That is
That's
racist.
fucked up. I mean, I grew up with. I personally grew up with the Archie series, the animated series.
Yeah, but it's still.
That's the one I watched.
I didn't learn that when I was a kid because I was lame. It's so. I gotta say, I love how Sonic. When you say Sonic, people think of so many different things. It's quite great, actually. I gotta say.
I'm slowly realizing that the 4 of us have grown up with different eras of Sonic.
Yeah.
Like Roded has grown up with the Archie. Jester watched Underground.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you watched that, but
What, like TV shows.
yeah,
X,
did you
right,
watch
yeah.
When I
the?
was a kid.
Actually,
I
it's
also
pretty
watched
good.
X. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, from what I remember.
Okay. I've actually.
love X.
I don't know if we're.
we
ending-
all
I don't
know
know
when,
we're
yeah.
gonna stop, but I think I think a great way to end this would be to say, do the 1 minute challenge and summarize what Sonic is to us. Like, how do we perceive the franchise? Because I know some of us are 2D fans. I'm obviously a huge adventure fan. Just things like that. I think that'd be a good way to summarize the episode.
Sonic sucks.
I
The food chain, the food chain.
I've never read it. I'm not American.
Well,
Is it American?
I love the food chain. I love my 10,000 calories. Oh, extra bacon. Oh, I'm having a heart attack.
Well, that was the show. Smushy died.
Good episode.
Will he come back? Or stay tuned for the next episode.
Will we give him
See you
CPR?
next episode.
Oh.
No. Well, yeah. So, who wants to start that challenge?
I'll start because I kind of was vague about it, so I'll start. I've got a timer here. 1 minute, easy. Okay, I'll start when it gets to 30. So, Sonic to me is a franchise about a group of characters, each with their own unique abilities and different gameplay styles that tell surprisingly, I wouldn't say deep as in philosophy, but interesting stories of character relationships and eldritch threats. It's for me a series where you play as, like I said, various characters, various gameplay styles. I don't see it as just you play as Sonic and you run fast. I see it as a collaboration of various styles of gameplay, rather than and also in 3D. Yeah, that'll do. That's 50 seconds.
In 3
Okay, who's going
dimensions.
Budding?
Jump scare.
I'll go.
Go for
Go where?
My timer. Oh wait, I'll just do the bling whenever I go on too long.
it.
Sonic for me is basically like real life. It has its ups and downs. The games they're a mixed bag of like really good, really epic sometimes. I think they really perfected the general idea with the first game, where they just wanted to make a game that was just all about speedrunning, because it was based off of Mario. And I think that's a great start for a game series, and I think that it makes the whole point of the series just to better yourself and be better than what you are currently doing. That's Sonic for me.
Awesome.
Ba-ding.
No, that was awesome.
Wow, you really needed me to be quiet, didn't you?
Stop talking, bitch.
Gosh.
Alright, let me put in.
Shut up.
3,
Sashi.
2, 1, go. Oh god, wait a minute. Timer? No. How do I put this? I forgot. Whatever. Just cut me off. I will be honest. I did not realize how big of a fan
Okay.
of Sonic I was until I played Frontiers again. And looking back and at all the games in Frontiers, I realized Sonic for me is just a great message of looking forward with hope in life and everything, and how entertaining silly Hedgehog can be, and how fun it can be even in the mixed bag, as Moshi said, of video games. I think Sonic is gonna be one of those characters that doesn't matter where or when, I'm always gonna have fun with it, and I'm always gonna appreciate that. And I just think the message all the games have can really touch the strings in your heart. Buggers.
Buddy.
Bonkers. Okay, I guess I'll also go. It's just me now. Sonic for me is, I grew up on like what people call like the bad era, but I have a lot of nostalgia for them. Like I said earlier, I played a lot of the games with my dad, and I have a little brother, so my Sonic hyperfixation became his. So there's just a lot of good heartwarming feelings when it comes to looking at a stupid blue hedgehog that goes fast. And he's not just a stupid blue hedgehog that goes fast. I really like Sonic, like in general. Like I like the characters, but I love Sonic. I love how, depending on the game, he is his own free spirit, if that makes sense. And I think that's pretty neat. Love
Bading.
that guy. Shoutouts to Sonic the
If
Hedgehog.
Sonic's listening, big shout out to Sonic.
I love you, Sonic, and I love your feet.
I love Rush the Bat. I love Rush the Bat.
Sonic team in the next
I
game.
love Rush the Bat. I love her. I'm gonna.
Oh shit. Need an episode on Rouge the Bat.
I need the episode on Rouge the Bat, and we gotta go to RedTube.
I'm just gonna say, if Rouge and I were in a room, I will not get out alive. For reasons that I will not specify.
What?
I'd be seeing her bat wings, and she'd be seeing my bat wings.
Yeah.
Right. Should we round it up there? I feel like D&D, fucking hell. Is that everything?
Yeah, man.
Okay. I know Ryan introduced us, but he left, so I'll do farewells, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to us ramble about Sonic the Hedgehog and various other things like...
Yeah, it's so weird. Ryan said he was gonna play Sonic out of battle and he hasn't come back. It's so weird. I don't know. Who knows?
Minecraft.
Stop.
A lot probably on this podcast.
I think Ben, like, at this point, we might as well just make a whole episode just get it
gotta
out.
Ben.
We will.
Like,
Definitely.
I think that episode
gotta
we will
get
need
out of
like
here.
6 people.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, thanks for listening. I've been Zedrigex. I'm here with...
Smoshy. Yeah. Oh, you're listing us off. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say you go next. So, I'm Zedrigex. I've been joined with...
I'm Rhoda the Hedgehog.
Awesome. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Buggers!